Genesis. Hello, Mr. Genesis. Should I get my phone charged? The battery life. Hello, Mr. Genesis. I'm chill, Mr. Genesis. How you doing? Like my profile pic? It's really neat. It's actually normal. It's not demonic this time. I'm trying to get my prompt ready. Oh, I don't know why. I have to put on the request. I keep forgetting to take it off. Oh, hello, Mr. Genesis.
Greetings.
How y'all doing? Ooh, which one?
I'm watching Ahsoka right now.
Oh, you see, I stopped like within episode 2 or 3. It's like, yeah, this is I'm not feeling it.
Bro, it's because you haven't watched Rebels. That's why.
Yeah, I should probably go back. It's a shame because I was really anticipating Ahsoka.
Dude,
Um,
Ahsoka's fucking amazing. You just don't know who Grand Admiral Thrawn is. You don't know who Ren is, and that's why you don't like it.
Wait, Ren? You mean Kylo Ren? I know who Kylo Ren is.
No, 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 no. The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have to get into that stuff. Sorry, I'm really into the movies. I have to and the Clone Wars. It's been a while.
I mean, the movies are good, but you don't get a lot of context unless you watch like also the
Right.
like you can watch the movies and it's still a good movie. You get the gist of it and the understanding of it, but like you won't know like the sub characters if you don't
Right.
really watch the TV shows.
Absolutely.
Ahsoka's still alive is because Ezra Bridger. Well, you probably don't know who Ezra Bridger is.
No, I don't.
He's mentioned a lot in Ahsoka, but he's the one of like pretty much the main character in Rebels.
Oh, wow.
Kenan, who was only a Padawan when his master was unalived during Order 66.
Oh, wow.
So
I
yeah,
watched Obi-Wan. That's what I watched. Really big disappointment.
what Obi-Wan was amazing, dude.
It was okay.
What is up?
What's up, Catherine?
Catholic Mike.
Oh, you should have seen. I just came from that one debate with that guy Mouse, and we were talking about. I asked him because he said that thoughts are material. I asked him if pink elephants are material. Are like if I think of a pink elephant, does that make it something in reality, or that like if that's something physical? And he said yes, that would be physical. So you try to go this whole drawing way, right? And it was funny. Um, what's his name? Ben asked him. I asked him about it, like if I could think of $1 million, does that mean I have $1 million? And he's like, yeah. So then Ben asked him like the best question, and he changed his answer. He said, so if I think of God, does then God exist? And he said no.
Well, what?
Yeah, he went down a line of, and then he tried to use the qualifier. He's like, "Oh, well, that's different because that's." I'm like, that was the whole point of my question was like, does a pink elephant exist? If I just think of it, all of a sudden, then it was yeah, it exists. Everything until he got to God. It's like it was great. Guy was bad. I mean, they were so bad faith between me and Ben. I mean,
I don't understand people's logic sometimes.
yeah, they kept muting us and such bad faith, dropping us. Like they just figured they were gonna score on us because like, oh, those dumb Christians. So what is up tonight? How y'all doing?
We were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
thank
nice.
you, Chicken, for the gifts. Oh, thank you, Mermaid. Even though you guys aren't Catholic, I
Chicken,
appreciate. Yeah,
We got to
chicken is
get
pretty
them.
dope. I like chicken.
We
yeah,
got to get them to submit to Rome,
absolutely, yes.
No way.
or at least one of the apostolic faiths.
Yeah. Heck, even if it's Oriental Orthodoxy, I'll live with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have an issue with the Orthodox at all. At least they're apostolic.
Catholic Mike, I have a question.
Yep.
If like the early canonical councils were convened, like what was it, 1,000 years ago, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
more than that. But if they're convened a long time ago, with only some limited knowledge in what they had during that time, then like I guess like why like how do we not know that there's like additional things that like could be true when talking about how things should be implicated in societies?
So you're saying like from 1,000 years ago or prior to that?
Well, about like I mean, even 1,000 years ago is quite a bit of time of like developing what we know.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know that much has been developed in a sense of like that it has changed those particular things. Things can develop in a sense of our understanding, but it doesn't change like the core truth in those particular beliefs. So I don't think I've seen that. I think that would be a completely different thing. Say, for example, like the um, uh, Christ divinity, etc. Like those core concepts, I don't see a development in a sense. Like we might have different things that come up to help us to better understand, the nature, understand some of these things. But the teaching has been there, and it's still there.
I mean, I can agree like the teaching stays the same, but like how we're implicating it in societies, though, I feel like is a different scenario.
Well, that's because that part of it is because we don't live in like in a we don't live in theocratic societies anymore. So we kind of
Right.
yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like so we've kind of gone to but that doesn't. I mean, I still would say like I'm not for enforcing a theocratic society, but I do think that at least like the idea of advocating for these concepts, we should do it at the very least in a society to form a better society.
Yeah.
Well, how do we? Okay, so like this is where I'm caught up at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm all for like implicating some kind of like symphonia or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the perfect society, but actualizing it today, right? Or like actualizing what we ought to do within societies today in the secular society. How do we go about that?
We use the processes that are available to us, and we advocate for them that way.
So who hasn't
And
fixed
like
that?
we have a responsibility within our to how we act, and then like even from we are political animals, like so like how we act within given our our ability to, if we're in a democratic society, to vote and to advocate for things. And there shouldn't be necessarily a separation between our moral compass or our moral view versus like our secular, like just like, oh, well, this is what secular society wants. So we shouldn't have that separation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I guess, like, how do we implicate it though? Like, if, like, for instance, if we're talking about abortion, right? And like, the idea is to like prevent babies from getting killed, right, or
Right.
unalive. Then, like,
Yeah.
let's say, like, if we're implicating this pragmatically, let's say, like, if it was the case that banning abortions continues to not work, right, and women still get abortions, and therefore babies are still getting unalived. What if it
Yeah.
was the case that by offering more of like a stewardship position and not banning abortions, but getting rid of like the temptations of abortions, completely makes it to be the case that abortions are completely obsolete, right? Where there's like
It's not a either or. It's both.
it's both.
Yeah, you need a legal solution because there are still people that are still legally going to get this. I look at it like this. This is the easiest way to understand this. If there was a bunch of women unaliving a bunch of like neonates, like newborns, right? Most
Mhm.
people would have the inclination to say, and this is what they always, well, it's kind of free will, kind of her choice. I hear this kind of argument. Or, there's this thing that says that, but if there were women that were unalive and newborns or toddlers, we probably would say that, yeah, not only do we think it's immoral, but legally it should be enforced that she can't do this thing. The only thing, and
I
then it
think
just becomes what's going to be what's going to be the moral distinctive difference between the neonate and the fetus.
I think that's completely fair. I would agree with that, but I think like we can actually um, ban like those actions from happening. Like I think we can actually like what's the word I'm looking for? Um, enforce. Yeah, I think we can actually enforce those laws and punish women that are actually like unaliving their born children. However, I don't think that we can enforce all abortions.
Well,
Like
we
enforce the
can't
banning of
enforce
all abortion.
we can't enforce all SA. We can't enforce all unalivings. People still unalive, even though there's laws in the books that say you can't unalive someone. People still grape, even though you can't do it. The point is that there at the very least is a legal protection that exists for the unborn, so that at least there's some kind of legal framework. Because right now, the difference is that there is a law that says legally newborns are protected. So now women can still go out and the law doesn't stop women from unaliving their newborns. It still happens. But at the very least, there's a deterrent of some sort that's going to help. So you have that. I also think that, we have to do what we can to help out women that are, in that situation so that abortion becomes unthinkable. We need to do education. So it's not either or. I think we need to, it's comprehensive.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see that to be true, but at the same time, like we can like look into like Chile or Sweden as well, where they've tried to implicate both, either or, or not either or, but they tried to implicate both those.
Oh, Chile has
Banning,
a ban. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, they have a complete ban, but they still, I mean, the abortion pill companies still send hundreds of thousands of pills over to Sweden. So
Yeah,
abortions are still happening.
that's unfortunate, but that the whole point is that you're doing something to try to stop it at all, like waving our hands and saying, "Oh no, what people are going to get abortions, so just have it happen." If you can't say the same for like, "Oh, it's okay to we wouldn't say this, well, SA happened, so we might as well make SA just safer by allowing it to be legal somehow." Like we wouldn't say that. Same with like unaliving a neonate. There's all kinds of crimes that we recognize that there has to be some kind of like legal protection or enforcement so that certain, rights aren't violated. So that's going to be the difference.
And yeah, but there's also going to be like things in which we find to be immoral, or like things that we think that should be crimes that are still legalized. And I don't think that we would
Absolutely.
implement laws that would make these
Absolutely. Not an
criminalized.
absolute. You're right about that. That's correct. I agree with you there. But the difference is going to be is that we might have like some kind of prudential judgment as to like why we think that like making that particular action like enforcement or like some kind of punishment, maybe jail or whatever the case may be, like why it might not be best. And you can take those considerations into effect. But when I look at the situation and I take like I said, a newborn and then I take I take, for example, the fetus outside the womb, and I look at the two differences, and I say that, or one of them has legal protection, the other one doesn't. Why? Um, why is that the case, or why should that be permissible? So now I'm looking at my normative concerns. Um, I don't see a justification as to why one should be offered legal protection, but the other shouldn't.
One can just like then flip the script then and say, well, let's say like we can grant this and say we tell the mothers that they're not allowed to unalive the fetus or the unborn baby, right? But they are allowed to terminate the pregnancy as long as it's viable. How would we go about that then? Because we do allow mothers to not continue being a parent to the child that they give birth to. So if that's the case, that we're looking at it from a born child to an unborn child and saying that these two are equal, then wouldn't we want to say that these two are equal in the same sense as well?
Well, the main difference is going to be that I think there could be an argument to be said about, like maybe if they can safely transfer this responsibility, right? But we wouldn't let a, let's just say a mother wants to no longer have her child anymore. We wouldn't allow her to put her child like into like negative 10 degrees outside. I'll just wait for the authorities to get there, and they can't get there because it's a blizzard, and they just throws the child like their 1 year old outside. Like she would more than likely be charged. I'm sure you would agree with that. So the difference is that there's at least the responsibility to have a safe transfer, and depending on when she removes that child, depending on when it is, it might be safe to do it like 36, 37, 38, 39 weeks or whatever the case may be. But at 20 at the point of viability, 21, 22, 23 weeks, there's a great chance that that even if that child does survive, that you could be causing them grave harm. We don't allow people to neglect their responsibilities to children, if doing so is going to cause the child harm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it depends on what you mean by like safe and harm in this instance, because like you could say that a mother who denies parenting their child and placing them in like some kind of like foster care or like in the state's care could be subjecting that child to like even more harm, right? Whereas
They
like
could be, yeah. But that would be foreseeable harm,
Mhm.
and the difference between foreseeable harm and impossible harm, right? Like there's going to be a difference of what you're morally obligated to do. If there's already provision to know that if I remove this child at 21, 22 weeks, that there's a foreseeable harm. It would be the same way with, say, a mother that decides to drink or use shrugs during pregnancy, right? Most of us feel like that ought not happen. Why? Because there's a good chance there's foreseeable harm. Now, is there a chance that the child is not harmed? Sure, there's a chance that the child isn't harmed in any significant matter. But the very idea that there's a foreseeable harm that seems to be very foreseeable and harmful, for most of us, we're going to say that's not an action that she should be able to do.
Or I mean, sure, I can definitely like grant like there's going to be like some kind of like foreseeable harm within this action. But if it comes to like this foreseeable harm compared to the mother doing like a back alley abortion and unaliving herself and maybe even the child as well, wouldn't it be more so like the better case that these women have the option then to terminate their pregnancy and not the child?
No, I would disagree. Well, and there's a number of reasons too. I'm not going to take.
That's not what an Eastern Orthodox would say, by the way.
Okay, cool.
and
He's not Orthodox anymore, actually. I don't think so.
You're not Orthodox anymore, Genesis?
I go to liturgy, but I'm not really Orthodox now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so yeah, I mean, so like I think that we have an understanding that, or we should at least. I know it says no normative, right? Nor normative metaethical. I kind of want to point out that part of my theory is that I'm not going to like take utilitarian like calculuses into my normative framework to,
Right.
for these. That's going to be, I think that's relevant, but
Pragmatically, how would that even work?
yeah.
There are stance independent wrong makers, Catholic Mike, that exist in the world, and
Oh,
I think one of those is abortion.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, I would just say that that even if you were to tell me that, oh well, somehow that if we had this abortion or like that and it was legal, they were getting back alley abortions, and therefore by banning it, it was causing that they were still unaliving the child, and the mother was being harmed. So you have multiple people being harmed. I'm still going to see the wrongmaker in the action that's being done. The same way I would see even if you could tell me that, like say for example, newborn, say that, or even SA. Let's just say that by legalizing SA, it made it safer for both because maybe the SAer doesn't unalive their victim because they think that maybe I'm not going to get in trouble, I'm not going to go to jail for this. It's not against the law, so maybe it becomes safer for the victim. I still don't think that any of it, that you would say, oh yeah, we should definitely make SA legal because the like the utilitarian, or like this idea of it's less harmful to those considerations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
seems very evident to me that let's just take a calculus like this and has nothing to do with moral rightness or wrongness. The calculus is just if there exists a thing that's wrong in the world and it's so wrong that we establish it as an unjustified unaliving of some agent, it seems very clear that the corresponding relation is that you should probably get rid of it. And by that, it is very clear that you should get rid of legal access to it, because in the same domain, if you think that the legal access is applicable in this wrong-making feature, I don't know what the relevant distinction is between other wrong-making features that, well, presumably on your account should be legal, like grape, essay, maybe even schmurder.
well, this isn't necessarily an argument about whether or not it should be legal or not, but whether or not how we go about limiting the amount of abortions in the most effective way. That's what I'm asking. So if it is the case that like banning abortions does absolutely nothing but causes women to also unalive themselves, or doctors to refuse caring for, like, let's say like miscarriage patients until they're septic, right?
I don't think
Raising
that
the
data
mortality
is
rate of
relevantly.
pregnancies.
I don't think that data is relevantly acquainted.
It's stipulating. So I'm just saying, like, it could be the case by banning this, abortions don't go down, or they just go towards like some other form of like
So somehow,
terminating the
while you
pregnancies.
ban and get rid of the access to an abortion pill, the abortions stay the same somehow.
Banning abortions, the abortion. Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, like getting rid, or rather removing the access to the abortion pills and stuff like that somehow simultaneously correlate to the number of abortions staying the same.
I don't think that there's like enough like actual like data that we can like look at, other than like in Sweden when they had like a complete and total ban, but we still see hundreds of thousands of like abortion pills from abortion companies being like sent to Sweden. I think that
Maybe there's an
borders-
ability to it just look in this world. All that's being stipulated now is that the way you ban the abortion, it gets rid of the access to the abortion pills.
The question is why is that more productive than like leading with like stewardship, right? Like getting rid of the temptations instead of just banning the abortion.
Because it's in correlation to two things. One, it's consistent with your normative ethical hypotheses, and it's consistent with
Not mine.
God's commands.
Yeah. And I would just take it back to what I said before, Genesis. If you think that we'll take it back to the stipulation I said with the neonate, right? If at some point like we just decided that, oh well, we shouldn't ban like them being unalived because women are going to do this anyways. They still have access to do this. Like, do you think that there should be a legal protection for the newborn, or do you think that that should be permissible?
think that we should take matters in which pertain to like public peace, right? So if something's threatening public peace, then I would say sure. Which I think like rape or sexual assault is something that does threaten
And how
public
is
peace.
murder not
However,
threatening public safety?
I mean, I don't necessarily think that like abortion would be murder. In the same
Oh, you
sense
don't
that
think
like,
it's murder?
well, hold on. In the same sense that like me, murdering Catholic Mike would be this, which be murder as well.
Is
So,
it unjustified unaliving? Yes or no?
no, I don't think it's. I think it's
Okay, can you?
justified.
Okay, now you are pro-choice entirely. Okay, give the argument
Wow.
for the pro-choice conclusion.
Yeah, so
Um,
you don't even have so now you're not even like morally pro-life anymore.
no, I don't necessarily. I wouldn't even claim myself to be a Christian ethicist. I think like Christian ethics are cool and all, but I'm more so like a virtue egoist. So I think that we should like take actions in which result in our own rational self interests. So
Why?
I just think that's going to be like descriptively true. Like we take actions with that like align with our rational self interest. Like for instance,
Do you
like
understand when you say you should take an action or you should do something, that's a prescription, and when you say that's descriptively true,
yeah,
that's not
okay, it's
associating
like
the
a
core correlating
yeah, it's
to.
Freudian slip. My bad. I would say like we take actions which result in our like rational self interest, and these are actions I would consider to be like morally permissible
Well, I
actions.
asked you to give an argument for that, right? And well, here's two things. So, one, I'm not even entirely convinced that ethical egoism is.
It's not ethical egoism.
I'm sorry. I'm not entirely well, that is like generally what ethical egoists say, but I'm not even convinced
No.
that ethical egoism and the way I'm describing it is incompatible with the pro-life hypothesis. And then secondarily, I'm not convinced I don't know what just happened, but I'm not convinced that you're justified in believing that. Like, okay, what's the argument for that proposition that you should do something that's within your rational self-interest?
Like I said, I correct myself. I don't think that it's a matter of like we should, but more so like a descriptive claim that we tend to take actions in which
Okay,
result in
so
like
how does that even justify the pro-choice conclusion then? Like, just because we do things within our rational self-interest, that
yeah.
doesn't justify the proposition that abortion
Holy
is moral, or at least permissible.
bad blunder on his end.
Listen to this guy yapping.
I mean, I was more like, I mean, it's fine. We can have this conversation. I just started reading Ayn Rand, so I don't know if I can defend the position that well. However, I would like to continue the conversation that was previously having with Catholic Mike without having it shifted onto like my argument.
Do you understand
Not
that?
Ayn Rand.
Do you understand that Ayn Rand's view is incompatible with Christianity entirely?
Yeah, cool. Did I claim to be a Christian?
So you go to liturgy and you initially claim to be a Christian
Yeah,
like
I'm a deist.
a week ago, and
I'm a deist. What's the problem?
oh,
with
you're a
me?
deist now?
Mhm. Yeah. So wait. Do you take it to be the
Goodness
case that
gracious,
people?
bad.
Do you take it to be the case that people can't like change their opinions about what is true or false?
I didn't say that. Now we're
So
just
is
gonna have to
it
divulge
possible
into.
then that
Just kinda
between the
interesting.
time that
Now
you and
we'll
I
now we'll
Ben,
just have
talked
to
that-
divulge into metaphysical truths. Like, for example, why should I accept those accounts, or at least a deistic account
right?
for
Or
the
how about this? Why
metaphysical?
should I continue this conversation when I was previously having a conversation with Catholic Mike?
Because you had initially engaged in the conversation, and dialectical norms suggest
Yeah, I was
that
trying to be
when you
respectful
engage
and
in a
answering the
conversation.
questions that you had. I didn't know it was going to lead down a yapping diatribe with Ben FBR.
Yapping diatribe?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's really a word. But look,
All right, simmer down, guys.
but look, the reason why you should is because
on this
according to
stone.
the dialectical norms, it suggests that you should.
What's the argument we should follow dialectical norms? Go ahead.
Goodness gracious, touch grass, man. I mean, like, seriously, like, what is that question?
I don't hear an
Goodness
argument
gracious.
for why we should follow dialectical norms. That sounds like a dodge. Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
This guy's
if
a
I
coward.
like
apologist-
that.
If art apologist is a low-tier, dumb, idiot debater, then we should follow
Uh-huh.
dialectical norms. You could just affirm antecedent, and then the consequent follows.
Oh, yeah. Look, this left here didn't even give the conclusion, so that wasn't even an argument. You idiot!
I said
Holy
the
shit!
consequent follows. Are you
Yeah, but
stupid?
you didn't
Are you
give
serious?
a conclusion.
Okay, you
didn't
can't
give a conclusion.
charitably
Yeah, you
represent a
use
conditional
dialectical
statement in an argument.
norms.
Do you
All
understand?
right.
Do you understand?
Anywho.
Do you understand how? Do you
dialectical
understand?
norms.
Do you understand how
We're contending
argumentative
with
operators
dialectical
work?
norms.
All right, you're
Look,
getting
Where
baked,
all you
bro.
have to assume
we're
is that the
contending with
argument
dialectical
is in
norms,
modus
right? You
ponens
see,
because there was a
yeah,
conditional
he's
statement.
All right.
not.
Anywho.
I said you can
Back to the
affirm the antecedent in the
conversation.
second premise, and
You see how
then
you said
when I
assume,
say that the
dumbass? You see how you said
consequent
assume,
follows,
dumbass? That entails
just
dialectical norms. That's what we're contending.
All right. All right.
just calm
Dumbass.
down. Just calm down. Look, when
Yeah.
hold on. He made a bad blunder, right? So I
That
did
wasn't a
actually
blunder.
give you the conclusion. I said if P then
You
Q,
didn't.
P therefore Q. I said the consequent follows after the corresponding conditional statement
Uh-huh.
I gave. And
That
then I
requires an
said you
assumption.
can affirm the antecedent in the second premise. It's very
Yeah, that
clear to
requires
me
an
that you
that
can.
requires an assumption.
Just want to flag the
Okay,
false
that doesn't
MP
have
format.
anything to do with the validity of the argument. You said that
Wait, this guy's tweaking.
conclusion.
That,
You said that
to use
you said
assumptions
you didn't give an argument.
is a. Wait, do you agree that to use assumptions is a dialectical norm?
To use assumptions is a dialectical norm.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means that assumption pertains, right? So in the case that I, accept that to be an argument, that pertains, there's an assumption there that I'm accepting the norm of you using, right? The dialectical norm of you utilizing, things like assumptions.
No, I don't agree with that at all. No.
You don't think that's a dialectical norm?
No.
Oh yeah, you're a tweaker.
Just want to flag the burn shift here.
Yeah,
Like-
it was a burden shift.
Like it
Actual
seems
argument.
very clear to me that when you say that wasn't an argument, maybe that was a blunder and you had initially said it wasn't or meant to say it wasn't a good argument, but I very
That's not
clearly
what I said.
yes it is.
I said it didn't contain. I said that didn't.
Boy,
contain
we
a
have that shit on
conclusion.
record, boy.
Brain rot.
I
right,
said
anywho,
that didn't contain a conclusion. That's what I said.
It did.
Anywho, I think we were talking.
I
to
said the
Genesis.
consequent follows. What do you think the consequent is?
This was the way to sneak away from Genesis. Holy moly.
All right,
I
back
don't
to
know.
what we were
Genesis
talking.
is like cheering this on.
Genesis got absolutely baked.
All right,
So,
anywho,
uh,
back to the
conversation.
conversation. I don't know where this is going.
Oh yeah,
going to
so
I
Great.
mean, I was just talking
So-
with Catholic.
this guy art apologist.
Wait,
really
Genesis,
thinks he
you're
did
not
something
Christian?
good.
Well, we can go back to
Genesis
the
is-
original conversation of Mr. Catholic Mike and
I'm
Genesis.
confused on what's going
Yeah,
on.
who wants to
right now.
debate
That
abortion?
probably explains things. Turtles are typically confused because they're not usually rational.
I mean,
Well,
honestly,
Catholics are
Maybe
definitely
this turtle
confused.
is. You'll have to prove me. You'll have to prove me otherwise.
Anywho, back to their
I
conversation.
mean, honestly, if I could just provide you Genesis a case to where like not banning abortion, like like let's just say that we
I
found
don't even
out.
think we're concerned with the pragmatism. He's just entirely endorsed the pro-choice view now. Like,
I
just
know.
straightforward.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know
That's a W, bro.
At this, I know at
Sorry,
this particular
Genesis.
point.
Now we're
like,
gonna
this-
have to discuss the metaphysical truths.
right at this particular point, Genesis. Like, yeah, we're looking at a different situation.
This is why
My
Ben is single.
understanding was it originally that you were just pragmatically pro-choice and,
I wish I was,
and
bro.
morally pro-life, but yeah,
Congratulations, you're not
Yeah.
single.
No, I
He's
still
far
am
from
single. It's compatible with saying I wish
All
I
right,
was.
enough. All right, let's just talk to Mr. Genesis. Let's just speak to
It's
Mr.
P then
Genesis.
P, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shut
Let's just speak to Mr. Genesis.
So Genesis. I mean, you're already you're not even just pragmatically, but you are pro-choice. So, and you're not Christian. So,
That's right.
Sure.
That's right.
I don't even know where to.
I mean,
how
I
it's
mean-
related to the topic anymore.
He said he doesn't have an argument yet for pro-choice. So I mean, I'm not gonna bully him just yet. I'll bully him once he has an argument, though.
Yo, Ari, you want to hear my argument?
I
I
do.
mean, if
what's
you
the
want to
argument?
discuss the pragmatics of Genesis, but I don't know how.
I mean, that's what we were
like, you
doing.
can
I'm,
just,
I'm,
like,
I'm still not
rely back
necessarily
on your-
convinced.
Huh? Sorry, go ahead, Genesis.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were doing originally, but I'm still not necessarily convinced of like your position and how like banning abortion is going to be like more effective than like.
Well,
this,
yeah,
like,
of course,
idea
because you're
stewardship.
pro-choice.
I mean,
Right. That's right. That's right.
I mean, yeah, with you.
I mean, Ben. I mean, that's not necessarily like a fair statement to say, considering the fact that obviously I'm willing to have my mind changed. If I wasn't, then I wouldn't be pro-choice currently today. Hello.
No, I know.
I
I'm not saying
understand
that.
how
I'm
you
saying the
can
reason
be
the reason you're
funny.
unconvinced of his pragmatic pro-choice or pragmatic view is because firstly, you just have to get through the normative ethical equations to even
Exactly.
correlate these pragmatic discussion. I wasn't saying that
Exactly.
as like a bad faith move. I was just saying you're not convinced of his pragmatic approach because you're just even normatively pro-choice. Like that's the whole point.
Exactly. That's my issue right there, Genesis. Is that
Are you saying his normative view is incompatible with pro-life?
Can I say something?
Sure,
Yeah.
Turtle. What's up, man?
What's your age, name, and pronouns?
Very aggressive.
reptile?
26. Turtle, she, her.
26.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god, you
26.
are old. Other than Catholic Mike, he's young. Don't.
Pushing 30 on TikTok's
I am
insane.
Pushing 30.
So what's the point? Can I?
I can't talk,
speak or
actually.
not?
Mike's on here.
Yes,
man,
you may
what's-
speak in my kingdom. Yes.
Hey, we got a turtle and a monkey in the same panel. W.
Monkey, you can't call them that anymore, Mike. Calm down.
Jesus.
All right, Turtle, you may speak in my kingdom.
I love it.
Holy aura.
Can't believe he just called somebody that.
Oh,
I
and
just-
Catholic Mike, you're clipped,
W
bro.
R-
I'm sorry, you're
W
literally
been-
clipped.
Sorry,
You may
and
speak.
Art.
That was
Art,
a
it's
little
been
bit of a
forever
blunder on
since I've
Catholic
seen
Mike's
anybody.
side, but you know. All right, you may speak.
Was
I
he going to
just
start
wanted-
bringing up bananas next?
I just
Holy
wanted.
moly.
That's what
All right, you may speak.
I'm thinking.
I just wanted to know how anybody in today's world can be pro-choice at all under any circumstance.
That's right.
Well, I'm pro-choice.
I'm pro-choice all 9 months, bro.
Right. So
You wanna hear the
how is there any way? Well, I thought y'all just said that Genesis was pro-choice.
That's right. Because
Nah,
he is.
Genesis doesn't have an argument though. I have an
So
argument.
then that's
Genesis being pro-choice
So
is
that's
compatible with art apologists being pro-choice.
That's true. That's true.
You should just change your name from Genesis to Heathen Debates now.
Debates? I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, Genesis just marks the beginning of. So.
Genesis just means beginning.
Bro, you don't
Well,
follow
that's
Christ,
also-
so that's not relevant.
What do you mean? That could be a beginning.
There's
Without
a beginning
Christ.
of his transcendence relation or correspondence relation.
Wait,
to reality
wait, Ben, do
because-
you believe in
This is the beginning of my
It's the beginning of the
What?
pro-choice arc.
Wait, Ben, are you Christian?
I'm Eastern Orthodox Christian, yeah.
Oh, the Orthodox?
Or-
Yeah, I got a question for you, Ben.
holy
Or just stop talking,
Orlos.
relax. Yo,
Or a
Ben,
loss.
do you
Or
think
a loss.
people
W
can go to
apostolic
heaven and not
faith.
believe in God?
Do I think people can go to heaven and not believe in God?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know.
Yes, man.
You don't know?
Yep.
Maybe like
When you say you don't
babies.
know, what do you mean there?
I'm not gonna represent my church, bro. I've had this discussion with people. I go to
Ah.
liturgies and I'm working on blessings. I'm not gonna represent my church because I don't want to misrepresent my church without having a blessing. That's the
It's
whole
all good,
point.
bro. It's not blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. It's not like it matters.
It does matter. What?
It's not like it matters.
That's
Well, so
that's
you're
fair,
like-
though.
That's like saying, yo, as long as you're not blaspheming, bro, it doesn't matter. Just go out and just have some
I mean,
crazy.
technically it
fucking
doesn't, bro.
fun.
You'll go to hell.
That's fair
You go
though.
to
If
heaven
he,
regardless,
that's
bro.
fair though. If he doesn't feel comfortable like talking on it because he's not there yet, I think that we should.
Yeah, I'm not
respect it.
blessed by my church.
Is that only applicable to people
There's
that are
not
like
enough people
Orthodox?
that will actually take that advice, and some of them get on here. They're like brand new and they don't know how to actually like defend or they don't understand like
Well, it's
their
like-
actual theology. And
it's
then
a
they
sin.
actually-
It's even a sin.
at all, bro. I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
even a sin in my church to misrepresent your church without a blessing, bro. Like you can't do that.
sin. What type of sin?
What?
Unforgivable sin.
No, it's not an Goodness
Wait, if it's not
gracious.
unforgivable, then why does it matter?
My goat Catholic Mike. My goat Catholic Mike is the goat, though. Just to let you know. But wait, Art, like genuinely, how is that an aura loss?
Wait,
That's
Ben,
like
do you
one of the
believe
best-
Mary was sinless?
I would know. I was,
do you remember
Mary
when I
obviously
say I'm?
wasn't sinless.
Do you remember when I say I'm not gonna misrepresent my church, man?
You don't even know an
Did you-
answer to that?
Did you forget? Did you forget?
Mary
man?
carried
Oh, it's bad.
generational sin under. I'm pretty sure Orthodox.
Of course I know the. Of course
I.
I know the answer to that. I told you though, I'm not gonna misrepresent my church. I don't know.
Are you
but he
saying
just-
like
but
you
he-
just don't know the answer? Like,
But he's just
For-
scared. That's what I'm hearing.
Bro, what?
He's
Word,
fearful. He's
word.
fearful.
Wait, no,
he's
all right.
fearful,
Like
he's
back to
fearful.
the question. Like, why do you
What's
think Why do you think Eastern Orthodox is an aura loss?
No, I think any form of Christianity is a loss. Don't get it twisted.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't think God exists?
Hell no.
Do you have an argument?
No, I'm not making. I don't think God exists. Do you think that's a proposition?
Do you have an argument that God does not exist?
I never said that. Where are you inferring that from?
I didn't infer that from anything. I just asked you a question, man.
Oh no, I don't have an argument for God's non-existence.
What a
Okay.
loser. Talk
So
about
our
loser.
apologist got blown the fuck out in this conversation.
Sorry, what do you
Theism
mean by
wins
blown the
once
fuck?
again.
What do you mean by blown? Could you have an argument for theism? Go ahead, Ben. Let's hear it.
I do actually.
What's the argument? You run the MOA? Do you run tag? What do you run?
No, I run fine tuning. Maybe even more specifically. What's
Oh,
funny about
That argument's
fine-tuning?
cancer.
Wait, what's
Why?
yeah?
What's
Wait,
worse than
firstly, what's the case that fine tuning is actually evidence for God? Like, what inference do you use there?
What is the case? Fine tuning is evidence. Well, in the Bayesian account for
Mhm.
evidence, it's just
Ah,
straightforward
Bayesian, okay.
evidence. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I was asking. All right, what's the
Okay,
fine tuning argument that you run?
It's like the very traditional fine tuning argument, and then I'm reading the psychophysical harmony arguments paper, or like the psychophysical harmony arguments. Those papers, I'm reading those.
Don't even say fucking fine tuning. Just say psychophysical harmony. Damn.
Psychophysical is a fine tuning argument, though. To be clear,
Yeah,
like it's a,
nomological
Yeah,
harmony,
but
though.
I don't think
no,
nomological arguments are better than the psychophysical arguments.
people
Yeah,
like
that's biting the bullet, bro. Trust.
the way I
What?
hear the way I hear it is people separate the two because typical fine tuning arguments don't talk about the psychophysical harmony.
Yeah, like the traditional fine tuning arguments are a bit different because they're just talking about like the cosmological
Cosmological
constants
cases.
instead of like the psychophysical constants or
Yeah.
the psychophysical laws. So that's true,
Itch.
but it's still like an inductive type of argument. That's why it's kind of like
No, I
labeled.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I wanted to get
What
your
the
take real quick.
Sorry.
Art is someone that because I know that me and Ben talked about this earlier, but I want to get it from someone that's actually also like not a theist and generally like we debate different differences on that, but you're pretty good faith and everything like that. If I'm providing an argument, like just say I'm formatting it right, and I'm saying that like the inference, I'm appealing to the argument for like the best explanation, right? And I provide like the
Abductive,
criteria. Huh?
The inference
So,
to
yeah,
the best
abductive,
explanation. So like abduction.
Inference to the best explanation, yeah. So
Yeah.
then like I provide the criteria. I provide like maybe like three arguments that are like possibility like these, and it just seems more probable under this theory that my theory is or that my belief would be correct on that. So long as I provided like all the data sets like that are like the typical three, is that
Right.
is there an issue? Is that not a valid argument?
Well, I guess it depends on the
wait, just to
accountability,
be
but
just to be clear, it wouldn't be valid because arguments that seek to explain probabilistic things don't possess validity.
Well,
In
no-
like in the
well-
sense that validity is typically used in these conversations. It would be
Well-
it would be cogency that you're looking for.
well, okay,
Oh, I like
okay.
that.
Firstly, like there's accounts for I guess it depends on the
There are
logic
different accounts
system
for
you're
that.
using, but
Yeah.
like traditionally understood validity, I mean, even a one premise argument with the conclusion could be valid. It's just whether or not it's just it entirely depends on the interlocutor that you're talking to. But then additionally, like I don't think valid arguments are necessary for a conversation. I think there can be non-valid arguments that are still sound or that are still decent to put forth in a conversation. Like, for example,
there's not like because I presume like by just the standard of what Mike questioned, it just wouldn't be valid in the standard sense. But
yeah,
not
like
saying
how
it's
people
wrong.
try to use it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
saying it's
just-
Wait, did you
wrong.
say there can be non-valid arguments that are sound?
Non-valid
No,
arguments.
I
that are
didn't say
decent.
that.
I didn't say
I'm gonna
sound.
say- I didn't
Sound-
say that.
Soundness. It's not that it's a property of validity, because soundness and validity are two different things. Like they are, people kind of confuse them. But for an argument to be sound, it has to be valid.
It has to be valid.
That's not even. I don't even know if I sign off on that.
That's you don't. Okay, here's the two steps to like very basic logic 101 entrances. A valid argument is just so if the premises are true, then the conclusion follows. The conclusion must be true. The sound argument is okay. the premises are actually true and the conclusion is true. So the
Yeah.
if true statements are the conditioned upon like hypotheticals or at least conditional statements. And then the truthness is bared by the soundness. So if the argument weren't containing the conditional statements that each of the premises were true, possibly, and then the conclusion is true, then it's not a sound argument, bro. Like arguments literally necessarily for them to be sound have to be valid. Syntactically
I
valid.
thought that validity can't be applicable to, or well, I guess sound. Well, yeah, I guess validity. Validity is not applicable to arguments outside of deductives.
No, it's not.
No, yeah,
not
correct.
applicable.
Like an argument only, like for an argument to be valid, it has to be a deductive argument.
Valid?
Yeah, that's true.
You mean valid? You
Right,
said
because
valid.
I thought
Yeah, yeah.
validity just means that it follows the inference rule.
Yeah.
No,
It follows
no,
the
that's
deductive.
not
It follows
true
the
because there can be a valid argument that doesn't follow an inference rule. Like there are namely like some arguments like in a formal structure that can follow a sequence of well-formed formulas or a finite sequence of them, and they can also not follow like a traditionally understood valid inference rule.
Well, it has to follow some sort of inference rule, or it wouldn't be deductive.
No, it has to
What?
follow
It has to be structured.
a set of well-formed formulas. That's true.
Yeah.
Which would be an inference
That's-
rule.
It has to be
No.
structured in some way. It doesn't have to follow.
I
an
never
inference
knew you
rule.
could make an argument without an inference rule. I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
that.
Well, it's not
Yep.
a very good argument, but yeah, it's
Yeah, I didn't know that would work.
I
In the
think
classical
the
sense, it's
best
valid.
arguments you can give are like deductively valid arguments, obviously, like that typically are associated with inference rules. But arguments don't have to, like, for an argument to be valid, it doesn't mean that there has to be an isolated inference rule, like how inference rules are understood. Like, for example, there's like 7 traditionally understood inferences, like disjunctive syllogism, modus ponens, modus
Hypothetical
tollens,
syllogism.
Double
hypothetical
negation, double
syllogisms.
negation, bro. Deathless put me on
Well,
to it.
double negation isn't an inference rule. Double negation is a valid, like that could be a use of a valid argument.
Double negation's not an inference rule?
Not from my awareness.
Maybe under certain logic it's not.
Well, I mean, okay,
I would say under
well,
classic
every
logic,
like
probably.
even the non-classical logic systems, all those say, well, okay, typically like a classical logic
Double
system
negation
just
is an
holds the
inference
theory
rule.
of a classical logic system is just to say that, or just to affirm the principle of explosion, and then the non-classical logic systems negate the principle of explosion. So they still like typically have the same inference rules. I mean, how arguments are structured are probably a bit different, and if they're valid are probably a bit different, but they still have like the same idea of valid inference, or they still have the same idea of inference rules. Like the pair consistent logic systems still have modus ponens, modus tollens, hypothetical syllogisms.
enough, I don't
They
even think
deny
every-
disjunctive syllogisms, but
I don't think every logical system has like modus ponens, for example. That's probably almost in all class of logic, but it's I don't
it's
think
in
it's in
pair
all.
consistent logics too.
I don't think it's in all logic though. I think it's just in the majority. And that's like the most widely used.
Well, I mean, do you understand the distinction between a classical logic system and a non-classical logic system?
Not how
It
you
has nothing to
explained
do
it. I
with
have my own
inferences.
little-
It has nothing to do with inferences. It just has something to do with the principle of explosion.
What do you mean by that?
Do you know what the principle of explosion is?
No.
It's just to say that basically it's to affirm the law of non-contradiction. So it's just to say that something can and cannot, or can't
Isn't that
be
dialetheism?
used. No, it has nothing to do with dialetheism. Dialetheism
Well, I think
is the
it's
view
like,
that there exist true contradictions. You can be a pair-consistent logician and not be a dialetheist.
If I remember right,
Huh.
the principle of explosions, like
Well,
If there's,
pair-consistent
like, a
is to affirm that
contradiction-
contradictions exist, and you just use
if
ways
there's
to.
like a contradiction, then like anything goes after that. If there's like
Yeah, like it's all false if there's a contradiction. You're all cooked.
I mean, you can sign off that there's semantical contradictions. You don't have to say that they can actually occur.
Well, that would be a pair-consistent system. That wouldn't be a classic system. Classical
Yeah.
logics always
Or that could be
deny
like
the
fuzzy logic or something.
classical logic systems always affirm the principle of explosion, but the non-classical logic systems, if you're saying that there's semantic contradictions that exist, that could be that's just dialetheism. I mean, of course, dialetheism is a form of pure consistent logics, but
Wait, I want to talk to Genesis. I heard he's not Christian anymore.
So anything outside of classical logic is gonna have to say
Not here
that
anymore.
they decline the principle
He's
of
in the
explosion.
live. He's on the panel.
I
He's still
mean,
watching.
I'm not entirely sure. There might be a system that's not a classic system that still affirms the principle of explosion, but from my understanding, at least, the distinction between the non-classical logics that I understand and the classical logics that I understand says something like that. Yeah.
Okay. From what I understand, I think the only law that really isn't like argued about is like the law of identity. Like the law of exclumental and the law of non-contradiction are
Well,
like constantly
School
discussed.
Guy
I'm
11
gonna-
just thinks
I'm gonna
all of
negate
the
it.
laws of logic are just meaningless. Like none of them
I'm
mean anything.
gonna have to negate the law of identity. Actually,
Okay.
The law of identity is literally like, at least to some people, it's just meaningless. Like there's no reason to talk about
Saying
the law of
PSP?
identity or affirm it. What?
It's kind of just saying PSP.
Yeah, like, okay,
Yeah.
congratulations, bro. Grass is green. Like, nice.
Yep, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro. I just
That's
discovered
how-
this new crazy law in math, bro, where every 2 units exist to add another 2 units, it equals 4. Fuck.
Bro, yeah, that shit is fucking. Well, think about it though. The motherfuckers who were discussing this, like, didn't understand like half the shit that we know now. So
Dude,
makes you
Aristotle's the goat, and we only have 20%. Like, we only have 20% of his works too. Like, there could be so much more Aristotle.
W.
there that we have no
Aristotle.
idea.
I'd put belt
Oh,
to
we
ass.
didn't get everything he wrote.
I'd put belt to ass to Descartes. I'd put belt to ass to Aquinas. I'd put belt to ass to Aristotle.
Listen.
I'd put belt to ass.
Listen.
not Aquinas.
Socrates.
He's goated.
Well, he's me and Catholic Mike's goat, right? The Catholic.
Right.
Oh, Mike, did I tell you that I had my right of election today, and the bishop was doing it?
Oh, that's so awesome. That was today? Wow.
Yeah,
It is
just like
coming up soon.
just a couple hours ago. Yeah, it's normally the first Sunday of Lent, of the Lent season.
Well, my Lent starts tomorrow, actually. It was Forgiveness Sunday today. Thank you.
Oh, that's right, because you guys don't have like Ash Wednesday per se. You guys have like Monday, what do they call it? The Monday of something.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Dude,
They do it all
can
wrong.
somebody please tell me why Catholic Mike is so goated? Like, I really don't understand.
Yo,
That's
Ari, you
what
want
I
to hear
was
this view that I got of abortion?
I appreciate you, Ben.
That's what I was.
Oh, hello? Oh, hi. How old are you?
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm the person on the bottom left.
Hey, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good. What do you think about the prompt?
Yeah, I think it's false.
I meant the person at the bottom left, the very bottom.
Oh, I thought the person at the bottom left was talking.
No,
See?
I don't think so. I don't think they are.
They're pro-life. I can tell by the comments.
Oh, if you're Catholic, W. That's double based.
Hi, Kane, or however you say
That's
it.
double bass, totally.
That's who they're talking to right now.
Actually,
I'm not
bathe holds the pertainance of double negations. If you're double based, you're
I'm
really
sorry
not
if I
based.
butchered how you say.
No,
that
that's
looks like
okay. Everybody does it. It's hyacinth.
I
Um,
said okay.
I have one concern before I say anything. Is there an age restriction on who can be in on these conversations? On
No older
TikTok?
than 20.
No, oh, you're a piece of shit.
No, it's older. It's
No,
older
I
than 18.
mean like underage.
Yeah, you
I
can't
think
be.
it's 18 minimum.
Well,
Yeah, you
somebody
can't
in
be-
here said she's 15.
Who?
Oh, she
Her
can, she can
name
be in
is-
the comments. She can be in the comments. She can't be up. She can't be up here.
Oh, so they're allowed
I think
to
she
be in
said
the
she
comments?
was 15. But yeah, I can continue.
Okay.
I just
That
wanna
sounded
know
real
if
bad.
you might-
Because I'm 15-year-old.
That also sounds like something familiar. Like she
Yeah.
said she was 12. Like, I mean, come on, man. You might.
She
know
said
that.
she was 12.
I mean, I really want to hear Catholic Mike educate everybody. So continue.
Hey, by the
That's right,
way,
that's
I want to hear. it
wait,
too.
wait, Ben's still here, right? Oh, this is so great. By the way, guys, in case you guys didn't know, a pink elephant, if you think about it, it can't exist. If you just think about it, right? And then
Dude, Catholic Mike, definitions, they don't correlate or predicate to anything in existence, but
right.
existence depends on the definition. Oh my
Right.
God. Or the things you explain depend on the definitions of their existence. It all makes sense now. Like for a pink elephant to exist, for your thoughts, they exist because you think of it, but it also still depends on your definition of pink elephant, man. It really makes sense.
And then I asked him about the $1 million. Remember, Ben? It was funny, and he's like, no, he's like, yep, that exists. And then you had the perfect line when you said, okay, so if I think of God exists, then does God exist? And he goes, no.
Dude, I was laughing so hard, man. You have no idea.
That when he said that, I was like he said it so straightforward.
Did
It's
y'all
hilarious.
ever hear about how every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Christ is Lord?
Holy cringe.
Oh, this is W.
W base, bro.
So, but anyways, yeah, I just thought, Ben, when you asked him that question, he immediately like flips it to no. I was just like, you had him right there. That was so bad faith.
They were trying to be good faith, but they just like failed miserably.
I don't think he was trying to be good faith. I think
Yo.
maybe the guy down there was
Is
confused. But I don't
Genesis
think
here?
Genesis this year. What if I hit it really hard?
Yo, what's a critique my pro-choice view?
Sure, I will, man.
All right.
That's right.
What's
That's
the
right.
argument for the pro-choice conclusion?
All right. If the fetus, actually, no, I'm not going to use that one.
Okay.
I'll just say that, so I value sentience, and if the fetus isn't sentient, it's not morally valuable, because it doesn't influence our empathy.
Okay, now because it doesn't influence your empathy, that correlates to it not being valuable, such that we're justified in killing it.
Can you kick
Yeah,
it around
yeah,
like a soccer ball?
Well, the justification there is contingent on like prescription, and I'm not very convinced that empathy is the type of thing that you can associate with prescription. Like, I just think that you can't get normative evaluations from empathy. Do you have an argument that you could?
Well, yeah, you build you don't think you can get positivity, like positive things from
I
it?
don't think you can normatively evaluate empathy.
I would say like it like builds certain things like trust and like connection and stuff like that. I mean, if you're saying
By the way, real quickly, it seems very clear like your entire argument is compatible with pro-life, because you said I value sentience because it influences our empathy. I mean, I could say the same thing. Like, good. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Are you-
what if you were kicking the fetus around like a soccer ball? Would that be kind of chill?
if it was in a vacuum, maybe.
What the fuck?
What if like can we scale up the reductios like one?
No, I would just say if there's extrinsic factors, that's what would make it wrong.
Oh, then we can just take it all in a vacuum then. So that's okay. What
Yeah,
about
in that case, maybe, but I could still say it's wrong for other reasons, like virtues or something.
Virtues? What?
Yeah.
It's wrong because of virtues, but it's not wrong in the case of abortion because of virtues, bro. What do you?
Well, it seems in the case of abortion, the virtues.
Firstly, okay, how do you normatively evaluate empathy?
Is that, I don't know what that's saying there. Are you saying like why we ought to value empathy?
No, I'm saying how do you derive ought claims from empathy? I think empathy is just like a description or just something that is phenomenological. I don't think that it's a normative evaluation.
You do it by being really cool.
I would say it like, well, I think there's a few ones. I guess the first one would be it guides moral choices, obviously, right?
Well, that's begging the
It
question.
reduces harm.
Well, that's just begging the question.
Wait, is this guy a Lucario clone?
Why are you saying like you want to know why those?
I'm asking for an argument to suggest that we're justified in believing or guiding our actions towards something because of empathy. I'm asking for an argument for that.
Guide your actions because of empathy.
Yeah, that's.
Well, empathy seems to be some form of an arbiter for moral choices.
Okay, that's question begging. Okay, like the entire point is why. Like, what's the argument for that?
Yeah, because, well, in the case of a human, I would say you could say partially it's like some sort of anthropomorphic traits, but I would say mainly.
What?
Yeah, like I think anthropomorphic traits are something that also guide moral choices.
That doesn't
empathy, though.
my question.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's just empathy.
Are you saying? Are you saying? Well, I don't. Are you just asking why you should care about moral choices?
No.
So he's asking why. He's asking why is empathy the type of thing that drives moral choices?
That's right.
Derives moral
Why-
choices.
Not even you don't even get to say like drives it. Like why? Like presumably you want to say sentience drives moral choices because sentience is a morally relevant thing to you. So inversely, why is like empathy something that
It's
drives moral choices?
empathy. Why is that like normatively motivating?
Because it would like you would be able to imagine like the impact of an action on like someone else if you're experiencing empathy with them.
How does that?
That's
Why does that drive
Like
moral
emotional
choices?
signals and
Yeah,
stuff.
like
yeah,
what?
that would be circular.
You're just describing. Wait, every time you do, you're just describing. Like when you talk about these things, you're just describing empathy because that's what empathy is just to put yourself in someone else's shoes. But the
What do you
question
mean I'm
isn't.
describing empathy? Me describing empathy would be me saying you're connecting with another entity, whether it's emotionally or
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what you said, yeah. To put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, which
That's just empathy. It allows
now-
like. No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
All right.
I was gonna say like. Look, I had the same issue when I'm talking about sentience a lot of the times. I just keep like I used to just describe sentience, but it doesn't
I
necessarily.
don't understand
give the
why not just run a sentience view? Just why add all the empathy?
Yeah,
for
why
it?
add empathy?
Yeah, this is it. Just kind of leads you to almost like
You just,
almost
you
like
just
we said
have
earlier,
extra.
like
You just
special
have
things.
It's extra
things-
baggage.
Yeah, you just have
Yeah.
extra things to explain.
Yeah, for no reason, bro.
Yeah, I also don't know why empathy drives more. It seems like empathy is something that it seems like empathy is something about
Our
not that it
phenomenology,
drives
bro.
it.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's a result of the things that drive moral choices.
exactly, bro. Like I mean, of course, those can be in considerations for things, but I'm not convinced that you can make normative evaluations about empathy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
normative evaluations
extremely-
about empathy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought that-
extremely like spread thin. So
So like, do you'd agree like there's like what's like when people say, well, it's human and alive, and you ask them, well, why is that valuable? And they just give you something about like something about humans. Well, that's just kind of going back to it being human.
That's
right?
describing what like is already in question.
Well, because I can
Yeah.
name like good things that come from empathy, but if it
And
would just
I'm
be
sure
me
the-
saying that you decline those good
That's
things.
the whole thing.
But wait,
yeah.
the person who says human and alive can name good things about being human. But what's up for question is
Yeah.
why is that valuable?
why is
That's-
this?
I'm
Why is
sure
it
somebody
valuable?
could
Well, that
name
was
good
just-
things about humans too, like the person running Human and Alive, but that doesn't establish the
Yeah.
normative assessment, bro. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, they would say like has a future like ours or something. Like, what?
What?
I mean, well, the thing is like
Really?
No,
this is like
typically
the
that's not what
whole
they say.
positive,
They
negative.
talk about how
quality
it's made
argument
Imago
thing.
Dei and stuff, which is what Catholic Mike and I talk about.
That's right.
And
W that.
right.
That's right. Chad,
That's
right.
I just
Ben's.
give a-
That's me,
I just
Ben
give a
Mike's
pointless
argument.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, doesn't this argument kind of run into the same?
Well,
problems
actually,
that, like,
Josh,
the
I was
hedonic
thinking of this
argument?
new pro-life argument. It's called the ontologically goatedness property. I think the fetus possesses that.
Isn't that like the LeBron property?
Yeah, like if a fetus
Yeah,
can grow up
that'd
to
be-
be something that looks or acts or does something in accordance with LeBron James, then that particular agent is morally relevant.
Yeah, but LeBron James, he was talking about Israel the other day, and he was like, "I never heard
Was
anything
he?
bad about it."
What?
Yeah.
Not Bronny, not the king.
Hey,
Gosh.
hey,
It was
Dude,
like
what-
it was
what
like
the
it
fuck?
was like the same day that Jordan was like doing some weird stuff to this kid at a
Oh,
basketball
diddling
game.
that kid, bro. That was
Yeah,
oh my
I don't know.
god.
Wait, what the
It was-
fuck? Wait, what
It was a
happened?
bad day for basketball, bro, and the KD stuff got released. It was a bad
Wait,
day.
That
what
was
the
a
hell's
hot one,
going
I know.
on? Like,
I'm making a new argument.
Katie's anti-Semitic. Jordan was like touching a kid's ass for no odd reason.
what the fuck?
Didn't
No
the mother
odd reason,
defend
by the
him,
way.
though?
Yeah, mother defended him, but it's LeBron. Who's not going to defend LeBron?
Me.
I mean, unless you're Satoru Gojo, I mean, I don't.
Hey, so can we just say that we're gonna run the argument as future like LeBron? If this
Future
is
like
LeBron,
LeBron.
Yeah, future like
Yeah,
LeBron.
Future like
LeBron.
Future like
Holy
LeBron.
I run the FLL argument.
FL, I'm gonna throw that shit
I
at
run,
somebody now.
guys. I run.
You've like
full- If y'all can't beat full, I don't really know what to say to y'all.
Jordan
So
was
actually-
helping the kid get an ice cube out of his shirt. Oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I mean, I kind of assumed there was going to be something out of context.
You've actually made the horrible mistake of giving me the access to that position. Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Future like LeBron argument will now come out every time I try to address it.
Anti-Semitic. What's a Semite?
What's a Semite, guys?
Did you check them? They should be dry.
All right, Genesis debates. Unmute the mic.
What?
I was like, what's up?
So wait, just to be clear, the whole the whole empathy argument doesn't it just kind of run into the same problems that people that run like hedonism run?
I
I
don't
don't
see
know
an issue
about
with
that.
I
I
don't think
think
so.
there's. I just think the issue that's being ran into is I just don't know what fucking normative evaluations can be made about it. And if that's true, like, what is even the argument? Like, let's just grant that's true out of the pocket. What the fuck is the argument for empathy? Like, what?
I told you that it builds. I already told you. I said it builds like
It builds
trust
character, man.
and able to
Yeah, I
connect
mean,
with
but
others.
this could also
This
just
guy
be.
he has to take
Well,
more
like
lessons
how?
in Lucario School of Debate, and then he'll be back.
I was gonna say like
Bro, yeah,
it builds character. Like
Somebody
Those
just
characters.
bro, just DM Lucario, ask him some questions, then you can come back and maybe have an answer.
Then you can come back. Don't do them like that.
I don't
I
talk
think you
to
should
them.
ask BT3 some questions. I think you should ask BT3.
holy
some-
shit! Don't do that.
Dude, BT3 is high tier actually.
Don't
Yeah.
ask.
BT3.
He's high tier.
Dude, Josh, you're missing out, man. BT3 is a high tier.
Josh, you're missing out.
Can we get Genesis to unmute real quick?
No Lucario shit, bro. Lucario's a
Who the hell
fanboy,
is
bro.
coughing? God damn.
I
Hold up. I'm finishing up some paperwork for your work
didn't say
tomorrow.
nothing
So.
bad about Lucario. I just said he's hosting the School of Debate.
I said something bad. I said he's a fanboy.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
That's bad. No, I'm playing him. Of course, that's bad.
That's right. That's right.
Oh
my God.
dang.
Who's dying?
Are you okay?
Like, who is actively, bro?
Are you
That's
like? Do you need an
Oh,
ambulance?
Jesus Christ.
Lucario is goated. He's pretty cool.
Yo, holy
He's just a
shit!
fanboy.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, Art, I just say you
And
just say
the
Art.
Father and the
Um,
Son
what's
and
up?
the Holy Spirit.
Somebody pray for her really quickly. Can we say a prayer?
If
Pray
suffering
for
counts
her.
against if suffering counts against the action or like a reason to do the action, then empathy would directly say how suffering or how suffering occurs. But now if you reject suffering, you don't know
Wait, why would empathy talk about how suffering occurs?
Jesus
because I mean if you're connecting with an entity and you harm an entity that you share similar like feelings with, then that would be directly harming you and yourself.
Presumably things that.
Holy shit! Yo, is she actually all right?
Yo,
Oh,
somebody like, yo,
I know she's joking.
dude, you need to like get off TikTok.
Bro, if she's
and go
coughing,
help
she's not choking. That's not how that works. But okay.
I was making a joke. Damn.
Just to be clear, she's all right, right? Like,
Yeah, like I almost
Yeah, bro,
put
she's-
her on just to make sure she was okay.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
Is
Hyacinth,
Genesis back
if you
yet?
can-
Is Genesis back yet?
Can you comment if you're
Can y'all
okay?
mute her? Tips like I don't care that she's dying. She's making noise.
that's
Like,
crazy.
No, but
Damn,
seriously,
Tiff.
can she?
What
like,
issue do you see with
comment
that though, Art?
that she's okay?
The question would be like, presumably things that we don't empathize with can suffer. Like I don't see any issue with that.
No.
It's entirely possible things that we don't empathize with could suffer.
No. I don't sign off on that.
You don't think it's possible?
No. Because sentience is a necessity.
Monkey up on debates. I don't even know.
Holy relax. Calm down, okay?
Dude, Coach, he got blown the fuck out by Ben.
Holy relax.
He just
What'd you say,
got blown the fuck out by Ben.fdr.
This guy's complete trash. I don't even know why he still joins debate panels.
I'm asking him, dude, personally, look, if you're giving part of Lucario's argument, like, please at least get, like, the school of Lucario first, like, DM him.
You know what's crazy, Ben?
Something.
You know that live
That
that
has
we were
nothing
just
to do
in,
with Lucario.
you and I,
Crestino.
where they were just, like, muting us and kicking us the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This monkey guy was in there, like, dick riding all of the hosts and the mods, and then they
And they
literally
still
kicked
support
him
that?
off the panel, and they said he was annoying them, and
I'm
he
gonna
was
need the proof
pissing them
for that,
off.
buddy.
So he
Dude,
was
we
like
were all
sucking
there.
up to them, and they were like, "Dude, shut up and leave."
Wait,
How
Kojo, the
embarrassing is
Yeah,
that?
I don't know where that
the
came
funniest
from.
part of that whole live is after you left. Me
Yes.
and Mike were the only people left. We were having a conversation. So basically, Mike asked them if their thoughts are physical, yada yada. They said yes. Mike was like, "If I think of $1 million, am I like, do I have $1 million?" They said yes. So I said, if you think about God, does God exist? Like, if I think God exists, does he exist? And they said no. It's like, yeah, straight
You can just say
So-
that. You can just say abstract or not abstract. Abstractly exists. I don't see an
What the
issue.
fuck
with
is
it.
that?
Nice one.
What the
Like
fuck?
just say he exists in your mind.
no, man.
No,
they
you don't
just
want to
said
say
it
God.
exists.
You don't want to say God exists in your mind. You want to say our concept of this thing that we would call God, if
Yeah,
it did
like a
exist, would
concept.
exist in your mind.
Right.
Yeah,
If
but
you-
the
if-
thing
I'm sure that's
itself
what they
doesn't
mean by
exist
that.
in
Like,
your.
well,
Exactly. That was the thing because the guy was saying that our mind was basically like he was making an argument that thoughts are material. That's how we got down to that like level.
Oh, like God physically exists in your mind if you think of God.
Yeah.
What the hell was up with that guy who just did not want to define his terms? That was
You know
so
who that?
annoying.
Wait, Ben. What was his name? What was that guy's name?
It was
The
like
one that
Mouse or something.
Mouse.
No,
yeah,
Mouse
that's
was
the-
like the
Mouse was
attempted
the one that said
interpreter.
that.
It was the other guy at the bottom. I forget what his name was. It was like
It was the naturalist.
he had like
guy, I
a
know who you're talking
he had like a stick profile picture with like
Yep.
the cross in a garbage can, bro. It
Yeah,
was so
that was the guy who
Burner,
was
yeah.
that was the guy who was claiming that he was a naturalist, and then at the same time saying that he doesn't want to talk about philosophy. What an idiot!
Oh,
What?
and they were complaining about UK so bad, and like it's so funny because they were like muting me, and they were like so bad faith.
Dude,
UK.
30 minutes after this guy leaves, after
Wait,
K
who was the
leaves,
panel?
we're still
This is
complaining about
Ben.
him.
This is the second time that has happened this week on two separate lives, where after I leave, they literally spend the next hour talking about me. And I'm talking about like I'm already banned and kicked from the live, and I'm getting videos and messages sent to me almost an hour later about these guys still talking about me.
Good lord.
Jesus.
Still going.
And they're
Yeah.
such
Still going.
hypocrites too.
Yeah,
They're
I was
still going.
actually.
They'll talk
Yeah,
about
I
it
was
still
watching
about you.
this one. I remember.
But they're
that.
so bad faith.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, the dishonesty was just crazy.
But yeah, it was so funny when Ben said, "Okay, well then, so if I think of God, does God exist?" And he goes immediately. Mouse says, "No."
Dude, I don't know, like that Mouse guy, he was so insistent on strawmanning me for some reason. He kept trying to oversimplify what I was saying. Because the question that I was asking the guy was like, when he says he's a naturalist, right? Is he going to be making just, a trivial claim about his psychology? Or is he making an actual metaphysical claim about the way the world is? And then Mouse steps in and says, oh, so he's basically just asking like fact versus fiction, reality or illusion. Like, what? What are you talking about, dude? That is not what I'm saying. And then when I come up to like correct that I'm not saying that, that's a straw man, they kick and mute me and say that I'm talking too much. Are you serious? Like,
Dude, I
come on.
forget what this
Not what they
stupid.
said. Just want to flag that.
I really hate
Ooh,
this.
good flag,
That's
good
not what they
flag.
said, monkey.
Good flag, good flag. What's the
They said
what's the
because you weren't
correction?
being
Go ahead.
respectful.
Ooh.
Verbatim.
How
I
was
can
that
see
being
that.
disrespectful? Wait, do you think it's
Just to be
disrespectful to
clear,
like cut people
just want
off?
to
in the middle of
flag.
a
I'm not
conversation?
making the claim that you're being disrespectful. I'm just stating what they said. By the way,
Okay, you're saying something else that they said that doesn't negate the fact that I said that I'm correct about what they said. You're just saying they said this other thing that doesn't negate what I said they said.
yeah, that's the reason why they kicked you.
No, he's saying
That
he
might
is
be
trying.
one of
he
the
is
reasons why
saying
they
it.
kicked me. I also
That
like
was
what
the
I said is
actual
also
reason.
a reason.
Oh,
That was
now I'm
the actual
confused.
reason.
No, that wasn't an actual reason. That at least
So
that
is what I
wasn't the
said a
actual reason
non-actual
why they
reason?
kicked you the last
Wait, was
time.
that the wait? Was that the only reason, or was that the only reason that
They
they
might
did
have
the
dropped him
disrespectful?
previously before that time for another reason, but
He
the
might
second
have
time
dropped him
was
previously now.
the second time was definitely for like disrespect or something.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then,
No, they
and
dropped.
actually,
They dropped K like 7 times, bro. Like at least.
They did. It was
They
and there
couldn't
actually is
handle
good.
me, dude.
There's good
That's
reason
a
to
locking
believe
on the
that's not the
rhetoric. I
only
don't know what to
reason.
say.
Dude,
and then they
Zero
tried to
was
say that
Zero
we were
was
all basically
frying Zero was completely frying them, and then they dropped him like 5 times too, like for no reason.
And then they try to say that we're all just like basically that one girl was saying, the one that was complaining about how rude you were, she was trying to make this comment like we're just fanboys of K or something like that. They're just a fan.
They
or
always
something
say
like
that. They always.
Facts.
I don't know why they always do that. They're like,
Yeah, that zero guy can't debate worth a shit.
for some reason, they think that like every live that I join, I have like a group of people that just follow. Like, I'm not telling these
I
people
need
to
to drop this
join.
guy next to me too. He assaults women. I don't know why he's up.
No, that's actually you, monkey. Hey, so I got 132 people.
Drop him. He assaults
Isn't
women.
that-
Thank you.
That's
that
kamikaze.
That's like I'm a weirdo, bro. He just assaults people for a living.
Yeah,
For a living? What is he, an ICE agent? Anyway.
He's a weirdo.
that's crazy.
Is anybody else's profile picture not showing up, or is that just me?
No,
Yeah,
everybody.
none of
It's
ours
a
is showing
It's
up.
probably
It's a
just you, bro. You're
glitch.
stuck on the iPod.
Okay,
Yeah.
iPod. What's
It
wrong with
always
iPod?
happens on
What does
Protect
being on
Live.
an iPod have to do with your profile picture, you idiots? What are you talking about? That wasn't even a good jab. Like, you're not even good at this.
So,
Jesus.
Dude, how is
Goodness.
Genesis? How is Genesis still here, bro? He's been teacup for like 20 minutes.
yeah.
That is actually
Yeah.
true. I thought it was 5 minutes.
Genesis K is no longer, he just, like, from our conversation tonight, he's not pragmatically pro-choice anymore.
What's up?
He's actually pro-choice, but he doesn't have an argument yet. But
What the
Let's
fuck?
go. Let's go. Good.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
He
all
said
right.
he's bro. Okay, he said verbatim. I'm
Jesus is the
starting to
goat.
read Ayn Rand. I was like, oh my god.
I don't know about Rand, but
Rand is like the most controversial motherfucker you could ever bring up, apparently. I don't know
Why?
why
Why
she's.
is that? I'm curious.
I don't know about that.
why
I
is
thought she was like,
why is Rand well, because number one, there's a debate on whether or not she even counts as a philosopher, more so than just like a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
Oh,
And the
gotcha.
second thing is that a lot of her work was kind of novel-like. It felt more like she was telling a story as opposed to an actual philosophical analysis.
that's true.
that's right. The real objectivist is Leonard Peikoff. That's the real objectivist. That's the, yeah, y'all are real fanboys. Who the
Also,
fuck knows
not
these
to
people?
mention, nobody in academia like genuinely takes Ayn Rand's philosophy seriously. She's actually kind of like a laughing stock in almost any contemporary philosophy.
Any thoughts on that, Art?
So Genesis,
What?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I can't lie. Like,
I don't
can't
follow
lie, dude.
Rand.
Sounds like
You're not
Hegel like
a Randist,
solos
Art?
the
No, I'm
shit.
just kidding.
No, I'm not even an objectivist.
Is
I
it
know.
true that Hegel like completely destroys Ayn Rand? I mean, it sounds like it.
That Hegel.
I know that Divinity follows Rand.
Yeah, and he gets blown the fuck out by Cool Guy 11.
Yo, Art, what view of non-cognitivism?
Who's that?
What
You don't know
view?
Cool Guy?
I'm right now I'm studying it, so to be continued.
But who's divinity?
Do you even know what
What?
non-cognitivism is, Monkey?
I don't think Monkey knows the distinction between cognitivism and non-cognitivism.
Actually, yeah. Let's just ask him, right? Like, can you actually tell us what the distinction is?
Holy,
between
he's still taking
cognitivism?
jabs. This is bad.
How am I taking
Art,
jabs
you
by
should be
asking you a
studying-
question? What are you
Art,
talking
you
about?
should be studying the Summa.
Yeah, anti-realism and realism.
I'm just messing
No,
with
can you
you.
explain the distinction between cognitivism and non-cognitivism?
Does this guy know you can be an anti-realist and a cognitivist, bro? Like, what is this guy?
Wait till you
Yeah,
find
you
out.
can
Wait
you
till
can
you
you can be an anti-realist. Yeah.
Why is he silent? Monkey, speak up.
He's gonna be an
Me,
air.
bro?
What was I doing? Oh,
He's
shit.
gonna be an air theorist tomorrow.
Yeah.
If he even knows what that is, by the way.
Just
So,
calm
can you
down.
I am calm. I don't know why you're telling me to calm down. Can you tell me the distinction between cognitivism and
If
non-cognitivism?
you're asking me why, I'm telling you. Just shows that you're not calm.
I didn't ask you why.
It's a simple question.
Didn't ask me why.
No, I didn't ask you a why question.
Blunder number one. Just want to flag.
simple question, though.
How is
Like,
that
why
a
is he not
lie?
answering?
He said blunder, not lie.
What?
Bro,
How is
you-
that a
you
blunder?
He's opening the PC, bro, or the MacBook.
The HP's booting up, just
Right.
taking a minute. All right, leave it alone.
Just trying to
Yeah, hold on, the
Just calm
internet
down.
broke.
Just relax.
He's got to connect
One
to the
second.
internet real quick.
ChatGPT sneaking, guys. Leave it alone.
So
He's
to be
clicking
clear,
the answer
how are you
now
going to
button,
ask?
too.
Do you want Mr. Kojo?
I wanted you to tell me the distinction between cognitivism and non-cognitivism. Did you have enough time to look it up yet?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
anti-realism and realism.
No, I
I
didn't
already
ask
told
you
you
that.
anti-realism and realism.
You
He
can
said
be
anti-realism and moral realism.
cognitivism and non-cognitivism, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, maybe let's ask him this. Can you tell me what the definition of a semantic thesis is?
The definition of what?
Taser. Uh-oh. Stunlock.
Didn't hear what he
Wait,
said,
who
by the
came
way.
up with
Just wanna flag
tasers?
that.
Who the fuck came up with taser? Is what I want to know.
Dude,
I don't know, man. I
genuinely,
can't
why
lie.
do you debate?
I think
You
it was
are
Bridge.
terrible.
I didn't hear what you said, buddy.
That shit-
Relax. Don't start spurting.
That shit is
Calm
so
down.
funny.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I'm not asking you about the distinction between realism and anti-realism. I'm asking you about the distinction between cognitivism and non-cognitivism.
Yeah. I guess cognitivism just says like morality can be true or false. Non-cog just says morality is like feelings or something like that.
Really?
That's
That's what not.
just a-
So sophisticated expressivism is it's not a non-cognitivist view.
What are you talking about? You asked me what
Under your dog
non-cognitive
shit
is.
definition, sophisticated expressivism would count as not a non-cognitivist view.
I
when it
mean, yeah, if that's
clearly
what you
is.
take my definition to somehow fall under, sure.
That's what you said, you idiot. Do you know what sophisticated expressivism is? No, you
This be
don't.
considered
Because
Lie,
your
you
looks
lie,
are
you
dumb
lie.
fuck.
This got to be considered anti-intellectualism at a certain point.
Your definition of non-cognitivism was just emotions, correct?
No, it's not the same.
Emotion.
This
That's-
guy is
so you're
the
gonna walk back what
embodiment-
you said. Okay.
This
No,
guy
that's not
is
what I
the
said.
embodiment of
Bad
fucking
tracking error. Just want
pseudo-
to flag that.
Bad tracking error. You heard it.
You know what's so crazy to me, Ben, is that this guy, for some odd reason, he was like piping up in the other live when like he thought that those people were his friends before they kicked him off because he never actually was their friend. And now for some odd
I don't know
reason,
where you got that from.
when I'm pressing him in a live where majority of the audience is not on his side, he for some reason is cucking down to me. Like, what's going on? You had all the
there's
confidence
no
on the
reason
other
to, like-
live,
there's
so
no
just
reason to be, like,
translate
an
that
attitude,
confidence
bro. I'm
here
just
and
hanging out.
speak with me and answer my questions. The Cope laugh. Jesus
Bro, Hegel
Christ.
fans been getting
Could you have made it
active,
more
bro.
obvious?
It's actually kind of funny, bro.
Leave Hegel fans alone, man.
Can you educate me on what's funny? What's funny here?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think more so that there's really no reason for like the crazy rhetoric, and you're just trying to get. I don't know if you're trying to get a
I'm not
clip or
using
just trying
any
to like.
rhetoric.
I don't know.
Look, I don't even
stop
have to
talking
use
over my
rhetoric with
sentence.
you. You're just
Relax.
that bad of a
Calm
debater.
down. Calm down. Calm down.
There's
You're
no
just trying to
rhetoric.
get some sort of like clip or some sort of like I don't know good
clip?
feeling from your friends of like support. I don't know like
How are
supporting
you
or
going to
something.
help
I
me
don't
get
know.
clips? What are you talking about?
Should hit his ass with the fact that
Yeah,
it's
you
funny
seem
enough
to like
just
go on
show
this
just
rant
saying
of
that.
like a question or something. I don't know
Hit
what
him
you're
with
doing.
that.
A questionnaire? I asked you one question. Two questions,
Two
actually.
multiple
Technically,
questions.
yeah,
No,
it's-
not
it's
even
two,
two. You
it's
asked
two,
me
it's
3 questions, by the way.
I asked you two. What was
Just
the
want to
third
flag that
question?
tracking issue.
What was the third question?
Yeah, first you asked me about sophisticated expressivism. Then you asked me about
That
what
was second.
non-cognitivism and cognitivism is. And then you asked me what anti-realism and realism is.
I never asked you what anti-realism and realism
He
was.
didn't.
You
You
idiots.
brought up anti-realism and realism. The first question was what is non-cognitivism. The second question was is emotivism a non-cog view under your, or is sophisticated emotivism a non-cog view under your view? And then
It wouldn't be
that was
under
it.
his dog shit.
He either
definition.
asked that or he asked like something about
Technically, it would not be. Look. Cognitivism, right, or non-cognitivism is just saying that moral statements aren't truth apt. And
Bro, you don't have to explain that to me. Trust me.
okay. Just moral statements aren't truth apt versus moral statements are truth apt. That's just the difference. Just so we can like. This is just me. Just
Drag-
dragging
okay,
it.
let's try some farm clips off me too much,
Okay,
bro.
Monkey, is it true that you, Monkey, did you think that you couldn't be an anti-realist and a cognitivist?
I never said that.
You didn't say. Okay, so when Kojo initially asked you, what cognitivism and what non-cognitivism is, you said, you mean realism and anti-realism? So that wasn't what you meant to say.
Yeah, cognitivism. What do you mean? Like, yeah, non-cognitivism is kind of.
Cognitivism. Nice one.
Holy moly! You flagged the syntax error. Good job.
It wasn't a syntax.
That's not a syntax error. That's not a
so
syntax error.
non-cognitivism is just supporting like subjectivism.
It's a grammatical error.
That was just an error with your grammar, you idiot. That's not a syntax issue.
Just relax, calm down.
And now he goes back to the relax thing. Is that your only
Just
line?
relax. Just relax.
It's like when he's getting his fucking head bashed in, he's like, just relax, just relax, just relax.
Bro, could you imagine this guy's like teacher in kindergarten or something like spanking him? He's like, just relax, dude, just relax.
I love how all
Like,
of,
what
like,
are you
coaches,
doing,
like,
dude? You're like
supporters
getting
are coming
beat
behind
down.
him. It's kind of cringe.
It's kind of cringe. Was it cringe earlier in the
At
live when
first,
this
Ben was
exact
kind of
situation
like
was
Ben
happening,
was
but it
kind
was
of like,
flipped?
I don't
Was
know,
that
having
cringe?
normal combos and stuff, and now he's like all on
Oh,
coaches.
now you
like,
care about normal
like penis
combos.
and
Do you
shit.
think
It's
it's a
kinda weird.
normal conversation to interject in the middle of somebody else's conversation just to complain? Is that normal?
Interject? What do you mean there?
So suddenly you forgot about the last live, right? Because you understand everything
No,
that's
I'm just
happening
asking
to
what you meant by
Hold on a
interject. Are you
second.
saying
Do you
me
understand that
interrupting you?
everything that's happening to you in this live is exactly what happened to me? Yet you had no problem when it's happening to
What,
me.
me flagging your
Now
errors
it's a
in the
problem when
last,
it's
like,
no,
live?
not that. I'm talking
That's
about the
right.
fact
That's
that
right.
there's
Not
several
that.
people
That wasn't
talking
what I was
at
doing?
you at the same time. That's what happened to me in the last
Okay,
live.
what's the
It wasn't a
issue?
problem then, but now it's a problem now when it's happening to you. Make
Yeah,
that
I
make
think the only
sense.
times I like talked while you guys were like in a conversation was when you were like having big mess ups
You
in the middle of your.
talked several times at several points of the
Yeah, because you had
conversation,
several
and the
issues
only
in the middle of the
time that you
conversation.
talked in the conversation was to
Big
complain.
mess ups.
Several errors, by the way.
Several errors, monkey.
He said I made several errors.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one error that I made in the conversation?
Yeah, you made like a syntax error.
What
You, like,
syntax error did I make?
yeah, you claimed that you said a word that was clearly like heard by everyone.
Syntax
in
is
the
not about the words that you say, you idiots. Do you know what syntax means?
Whoa, calm down. Don't start
I'm
the insulting
perfectly calm.
again.
I'm just
Calm
calling you
down,
an idiot because
calm
that's what you are.
down.
I don't
Okay,
like you
it's
telling me
okay.
calm down. I'm just
Okay,
giving you a
it's okay,
description.
it's
That's
okay,
all.
it's okay.
So can you answer my question?
Relax. Relax.
Do you think
So,
syntax is about the content of
holy
the proposition?
moly. Can I
Do
get
you
a
think?
sentence out?
Do you think you're like case therapist or something like that?
Yeah, he's like trying to like actively
Even Mike's with him,
psychoanalyze
bro.
me mid conversation while he's
Mike's
getting
even with
blown
him,
the
dude.
fuck out. I don't understand what's going on.
Syntax is
supporting
about
him,
the.
bro.
Keep repeating, relax, relax, like you're a therapist or something.
Obviously not relaxed. I mean, that's pretty axiomatic.
Syntax.
Okay.
Syntax is about
Pretty
the structure of the
axiomatic.
sentence.
Spurging over my sentences. Is that
Holy
relaxed to you guys?
Spurging over his sentences.
Just to be clear, I don't think interrupting people even follows what it means to be relaxed.
What
Mm,
is
that's a
this
good.
guy
That's
talking about?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that doesn't
What
follow
does
what
it
it
mean?
means
yeah,
to be
but you
relaxed.
you
Generally,
can
when
obviously
someone
relax and
interrupt.
interrupts your
interrupt people.
sentences, it means like probably something more towards like excited or frustrated.
Okay,
Usually
But we've
doesn't
all
monkey, what
represent the
is
word
relax?
relaxed.
Why is
What
he
do you
like
mean
trying to
by
move the
relax?
conversation to like this random
What is he
psychology
talking
lesson? Like,
about?
what are you
How am
talking
I
about?
moving the conversation? Are you good?
Because you're talking about psychological states all of a sudden. You're like, oh well, I
I'm talking about what it
theorize
means
that
to be
when people
relaxed.
interrupt conversations,
Mike
this is what's
asks,
going on
why
in
do
their
I keep saying
psychology. Like, we
relaxed?
don't
I'm
care about
clearly
your
saying
armchair
relaxed because you're not
psychology, dude.
relaxed.
Just answer the fucking
Wait,
question.
just to point out, you just interrupted him there, so neither of you are calm under the notion. So I don't know why
Yeah,
we're
because
just
he's
focusing
like
on this.
resorting to this like attacking me again by me
So
pointing
you,
out
so
his
you,
issues.
wait, so you agree that neither of you are calm?
I've been calm the whole time. I think
No,
that's
you
how
haven't.
You just
I do have a
contradicted
question.
yourself.
I don't
you
think
idiots.
I do have a
Okay,
question, Monkey.
I think it's fine to not be calm in a conversation where like insults are flying. I don't see an
Wait,
issue with
Monkey,
that. I
did
think it's
you
he's
if
been the only one that's insulted me, just so we're on the same page.
Monkey, did you say that
Haven't insulted you. I
non-cognitive?
just gave you a description.
You didn't insult me at all?
No, I just gave you a description of what you
You
are.
haven't insulted me one time in this
If you
conversation?
took those descriptions as insulting, that's
Wait,
not
wait,
my
wait.
problem.
Answer my question. You didn't insult me one time in this
No,
conversation?
I already answered
Dude,
that
No?
question. No.
Dude, monkey, I
Holy
was
moly, that's
giving you a
bad.
30-minute lecture on logic,
Ben, I
and you
understand
turn
you
around
want
and do
to like
this?
support, Kay
you
to like
turn
the
around
fullest
and do
extent.
I
this,
That's
was
fine. You don't have to like
what?
glaze him though every 5 seconds.
yeah,
Wait,
Ben, what the
Mon-
fuck? Get off his dick.
Because what I remember is maybe less than like 20 minutes ago, you were like, I don't know, having a normal conversation and like,
That's right, Ben.
explaining things, and now you're like, oh my god, Kay's destroying you right now, dude. Kay is cooking you, bro. You don't even know what logic is. It's like,
I mean,
bro,
you're not
we
kinda
understand
getting
that you
dealt a
want
little bit,
Kay to like follow you back and like start teaching you, but you don't have to
Dude.
like burn that out on me.
What?
Like, I
No,
don't know.
no, like genuinely, bro.
That's right.
Tell me right now what inference you just used there, because it seems like weird.
Oh, I love
That's
the words.
random.
That's amazing.
Can we get back to the part where you're about to explain apparently how I made errors in the last conversation?
Oh yeah, what the errors?
Yeah, you mixed
Or the
up the
types
word
of errors and
metaphysical
what
with like emotions or something while
How
you were
did I
talking
mix
about.
up metaphysical with emotions? Me,
That's
Kay,
impressive, actually.
somehow
Yeah, you-
mixed up metaphysical with emotions. Why don't you go ahead and explain how I did that?
I'm pretty sure
impressive,
multiple people
actually.
alive also flagged that, but okay.
I don't care what a bunch of idiots had to say about
Wait,
me in a live.
so you don't care about what's being positive here?
I
Positive.
don't
Why are
care
you
about a
asking me
bunch
that?
of idiots' opinions about me in a live.
Okay, then stop
I care
asking me the
about
same
you
question.
proving the
Just to
claim
be
that you
clear,
just made.
Well, that's-
he's saying he doesn't care about the idiot's opinions, not what's being positive.
Okay, well, if
But I
it's the
think you
case that multiple people say that X is true, X is
Multiple
probably true.
idiots? Why should we care about what
you
multiple
don't- you don't-
idiots say?
You don't want to say that because obviously you agree that multiple people who you think are
Yeah,
stupid.
you take them to be idiots. I
is-
don't necessarily take that view.
You don't take them. It makes sense.
It
That's
depends
your
on
own.
what you mean by idiots. If you're just
It
meaning
makes
that they
sense.
are not philosophically
Idiotic
inclined, yeah,
people
they're
make
probably
friends
idiots.
with other idiots, so it makes sense.
Okay, then
why
you
would
wait. Then you
think it's
agree.
idiots.
Yeah, because metaphysics is like a philosophical term. So if they're not philosophically inclined, then yeah, it would lessen the probability.
It wasn't
for
the
them
word
that-
metaphysics. It was actually a different word that wasn't even.
So
He
now
was
he's
talking
changing
about.
his
You
claim.
just lied.
I thought it.
No,
I thought it was.
just to be clear, I never said anything about metaphysics.
Just to be
I
clear.
said,
Wait, what?
I said
Wait.
he
You
said.
just said that I
just
conflated
lied
metaphysics
again.
with emotion.
I said
Cracking
he said
monkey.
he brought up the word metaphysics and the word like feelings or something like that or
I never
preferences.
said the word feelings.
And
Was
then
that your
I
first
wasn't talking about the word
crack on
metaphysics. I was talking about the word preferences or like
I
feelings.
never said the
I don't
word
remember the
preference
exact word he
either.
said, but it was something about subjectivism.
It also
Oh,
wasn't about
okay.
subjectivism.
It literally was, but you can.
I never
look at
spoke
it.
about
still go-
subjectivism.
are
What are
you
you
still
talking
going look at
about?
the
The
rec?
conversation in the live was over
Now I'm
philosophy of
confused.
religion, dude.
You
What is
literally
this guy
said,
talking
"Are you talking about the things that are true of reality, or are you talking about the things that are true, or like what you want to feel like, or something like that?"
That's
Preferential?
not what I said. Look,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just gonna repeat what I said. Look, you're so stupid that you can barely even
Always
retrace
resorting
a
to insults
conversation that
again.
happened.
This
It's
is
not an
nice.
insult; it's a description again. Just because you think it's insulting, that's not my problem. It's a true descriptive fact about yourself that you are an idiot. Now, if you think that's insulting,
What's the
you
argument
can
for that?
talk to yourself in the mirror
Oh,
about that. I
what's the
don't give a
argument?
shit. Now,
What's the
here's what I was
argument for that?
actually saying, and what's the argument for that? The argument is this conversation that we're having. That's the argument for that.
That's not an argument.
It
I
is an
mean,
argument, you idiots.
No,
I
it's
do
not.
have a question. Actually,
Wait, sorry, excuse me. Do you think, okay, so is it the case that
By you
if
saying it's an
within the
argument
course,
that we're having, it's the conversation that
he's
we're having is
cold
what's
laughing in the
supporting what you just said.
yeah, everything that you're doing right now is evidence for the fact that you're an idiot.
What am I
That's
doing?
correct. Not answering questions, you're forgetting points during the conversation. You can't recall a conversation that happened less than 10 minutes ago. All of these, or excuse me, less than 30
Yeah,
minutes ago, I should say.
what's how do you
All
support
of these
that?
are signs of idiotic people.
What's the motivating reason to accept that?
To accept what?
Yeah, that I'm not tracking a conversation. I mean, just to be clear, it wasn't 10
Anyone
minutes
with
ago.
fucking ears can hear it.
That's your supporting evidence? Are you good?
I
Yeah,
think it's kind of.
And then you laugh after that as if that actually did something.
it
Are you
did.
good,
It's
bro?
kind of just
It
like.
I mean,
did.
that's a very
really bad.
large
That supports
induction,
nothing.
bro. Like that supports.
Wait, are you?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you?
just-
Oh
Wait,
my
so
God,
sorry,
Ben's
sorry.
coming
Do you
back
reject the
again
idea
for
of
a
successful
third time.
prediction
Yo,
and
Ben,
Bayesian
look,
confirmation
he's
theory,
not
or
gonna
no?
follow you back, bro. It's okay.
That's right,
I
Ben. That's
understand
right,
you
Ben.
wanting to like teach you once again, but you don't have to glaze.
He doesn't know what he has no
seconds.
idea what a successful prediction is. Look, so I'm just gonna educate you real quick. There's
Okay.
this thing in Bayesian confirmation theory known as a successful prediction. So if you have some hypothesis and you have some data which confirms the hypothesis, that's trivially evidence for the hypothesis. So in this case, my hypothesis is that you are a dumb fuck, and the data that we have for that is just the course of the conversation that we're having right now. You can barely track your own points of the conversation. You can barely remember the points that are being said in the current conversation, nor can you recall the points that were being made in the previous conversation. All of that combined is data which confirms my hypothesis of you being a dumb fuck, right? So there you
first
go.
he
What's your answer
uses-
to my argument?
First, he uses insults to make himself feel good, and then he uses philosophy
gave
to
you
try
an
and
argument.
stop talking. Stop talking.
I'm
Then he
not gonna
uses
stop
philosophy
talking
to
just
try and
'cause you said it, by
outsmart
the way.
me for
Are
some
you
odd
guys-
reason
are
when
you
he can't
crazy
just
or
have a
dumb? Which
normal
one is it?
conversation with me and try and explain why X is true.
Oh, now
Clearly, he's
he
not
wants a
doing that.
normal
Stop
conversation.
talking. Stop
It's
talking.
so crazy.
Clearly,
It's
he's
so
not doing
crazy.
that. So that's
These
why
guys
he's
are the
just going on
same
this
ones
like
who
extreme
perpetuate the
rhetoric
most
rant. Not sure why he's
non-normal
doing that. I don't know if he
conversations,
gets off of
except
those
for when it
things.
comes to
Not
them.
sure.
It's fucking insane to me.
Wait, in fairness, you did ask him for an argument, so obviously the conversation wasn't going to be normal. I think that's fair.
Well, yeah, he's just clearly outdoing like what a normal.
Well,
I'm just
yeah,
asking a normal question.
he's obviously outdoing it, but that's because he's more philosophically inclined than most people in this panel.
Do you think it's a normal question to even ask people for the argument
For an
some
argument,
proposition?
yeah.
Like,
For the
what are you
argument, it's
doing?
automatically going to be like insane. Like if you ask
Yeah,
a
when I
random
say an
motherfucker,
argument,
this-
I'm just asking for reasons. I mean, whether they're motivating or not.
Promise you
I mean,
right now,
that's-
like you
Arguments
go
are
onto a mother.
reasons.
yeah, arguments are
that's what I'm
reasons.
saying.
Stupid, dude. He keeps saying
But
dumb
wait,
shit.
wait. Technically, he proceeded with it normally first, and then you said that's not an argument when he gave you a reason. So that's
What?
either you're
Yeah,
we
he gave
when
you
you
probability
initially
raising reason.
yeah
He
when
said,
you
he
initially
said I can tell by the conversation. That's not supporting
yeah
anything.
that is wait come on
That's not what I said. I said everything that's happened in the conversation
In this
is evidence
conversation.
for the proposition, not that I can tell through the
Yeah,
conversation.
and then he said he claimed that me for getting something 10 minutes ago is supporting that I'm stupid, allegedly. I don't know how that
He
even
did.
falls. That makes someone
Wait, do you think
stupid.
that's- do you
If
think that
anything,
stupid
that would
people
mean
have-
that someone has bad memory or something. I don't think that necessarily
wait do
means
you think stupid do you think
by the
stupid
way-
people do you think
Wait,
stupid
by
people
the way,
have good
that's a
memories?
blunder because he
Oh,
said a
Ben's
set of
doing it
things that
again.
you can.
Ben's
No,
coming for round
because
5.
5.
This is look, just calm down. Remember, he said there's a set of things in a conjunction. He didn't make a particular like single statement about something. He can join two different things or three different things.
Two or more.
He didn't just say one,
Yeah,
bro.
just off of the one, you can say that doesn't necessarily like follow that someone's stupid. Obviously, if someone
I didn't
forgets
know what
something,
you're
that
talking
doesn't.
about. It's
Let's
evidence for the
just-
fact that you're stupid.
Look, let's just
No,
say
that
like
wouldn't
this.
support that
You
at all.
ob-
So
you
if
obviously
someone doesn't
you
remember
obviously
something,
agree.
that always wait, hold on, Art. If someone
Right,
doesn't
right,
remember
right.
something, that means that they're stupid.
It can
No,
predisposition
if
them being stupid.
well, hold on, I don't. It's not just not remembering something. If you routinely forget the points that you bring up in a conversation, it's more than likely the case that you don't have the brain capacity to have a conversation.
Yeah, it's just giving credence.
But would that
It's
make
just
someone stupid?
evidence?
Yeah.
Evidence in favor of them being stupid.
I don't know how that follows. I could say that could make it probability raising that you have like memory problems, or like
No,
you fail to remember things.
No, if do you think that people do you think it's a common characteristic of idiots that they forget what they say?
Yeah.
No.
That was the question. What?
That's what an idiot would say.
I don't think what it means to be an idiot is to forget things.
No. He's not. No. He's not saying what it means to be an idiot is to forget things. He's asking you, do you think a common trait of idiots is that they forget things?
Fact that
It's like
distinguishes
a common trope among like idiots is like they like
they forget
go
their own
duh.
points.
I would say that's something more
Yeah.
true of someone with like dementia. I don't think that's something that's true of
Wait,
someone. with
he's not
stable.
asking you whether it's more or less true. He's just asking, is it a trait common
Look,
amongst these people?
I'm
Is
not
it a
saying
trait
this
that can be
applies.
present in someone
I'm not
who's
saying
stupid?
this
Sure.
applies in every case. Just to be clear,
Not-
there's obviously counter cases to this. I'm not going to call somebody who has dementia stupid. You
So now
don't
he's
have dementia,
backtracking.
and you
Holy
happen
moly.
to. How's that backtracking? What are you talking about?
Because now
I
you're
never made an
retracting the statement.
absolute
You're like,
claim.
well, I'm not being certain here. I'm just saying, it's
It's
probability raising
probability.
that this is the
Yes,
case.
that's been my entire argument this whole time. Is that it's
Yeah.
probability raising? What are you talking about? Like, thanks
Yeah.
for the concession.
Thanks for the concession. What?
Yeah,
How did I concede?
if you agree it's probability raising, that's all was being said.
I don't
It's
agree
just
on
a
that. I can agree
Mm.
that it can be a trait that's present in someone who's an idiot.
You don't agree that it's
You
probability
just-
raising.
you
So
just
do
did
you
it
disagree
again.
that it's a successful prediction under the hypothesis?
Yeah, I
Just did
disagree
it
with that.
again, bro.
You disagree with that?
Okay.
What's the argument that you
Yeah.
disagree with that?
Yeah, because that wouldn't. I'm just saying that wouldn't support what it means to be an
So
idiot.
your argument is nah.
I don't think I said nah.
So your argument is
Wait.
just saying no. That's your argument.
Wait now. Actually, I
I'm
am
saying that's
curious.
not what it
do you-
means to be an idiot. The definition of
Wait,
an
do
idiot
you-
wouldn't follow that.
Do you disagree that more likely than not, idiots have like a bad memory about what they're saying in a conversation? Think of like
What-
white
that one more
girls,
time?
like think of like dumb blondes who like say things and they can like forget it immediately, right? That's obviously like a common trope among dumb blondes, right? Or like fucking.
Let's just give them a scenario,
Sure.
right? Like, let's say that I was going to go buy a car and I forgot how much money I saved to go buy a car. Would you call me an idiot?
No. How would that make you an idiot? I don't know how that's
Yeah,
funny. So
Because
you
you're
would
being
call someone an
irresponsible about your
idiot if they
finances. What are you
forgot how
talking
much a
about?
car costs?
Oh, okay, wait. Let's say.
Wait,
let's say
I'm just trying to be clear. You would call someone an idiot
Uh-huh.
if they forgot how much a car cost.
Yes, especially when they planned to go
What?
buy a car.
Yeah,
if you plan to go buy a
I don't
car
get
and
that.
you forget, wait, are you
I would
stupid?
call you an
If you
idiot.
I don't
make
get how that
plans,
works.
if you make plans to go buy a car and you forget how much money you put down, that means that you're not one, serious about your plans, and two, you're too stupid to follow through with your plans.
That
Let's
just
say-
means you
look,
have
let's
bad-
say-
that just means you have bad
let's say
memory
that-
problems.
Let's say there's a
How that means
fire.
anything
Wait, no,
about
we're
it.
not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing. They have bad memories. Let's say there's a fire and you run up the hill to get a bucket out of the well, and then you look at the bucket and then you think about, oh, why'd you get the bucket? So you dump the bucket back into the well and you go back downhill and you see a fire again, and then you go back up the hill to get a bucket. Right? Obviously, we know they have a bad memory, but we would call that person an idiot, like you
No,
dumbass.
I
You
don't
went there
see
for a
why
fire.
insulting is never a thing that's connected to something. Like that shouldn't be something that's like
Wait, no,
what
dumbass
someone
is just another way to say. Dumbass is just another way to say idiot.
Yeah, I know,
Sorry,
but I'm saying
th-
saying
it's a
insults
negative
isn't something that
connotation.
is someone. Like if
Wait, do you
someone
think-
just deliberately does bad actions, I wouldn't say that person just like an insulting term. I would just say that they have something they need to work on.
So
Oh,
I
so
wouldn't
sure,
just
but
call
it's,
it-
about, it's about feelings
wait,
for him. He just doesn't want to be
wait,
mean
just to be
to
clear,
them.
Wait, I agree with you,
What are
but
you talking-
wait,
I'm just telling you.
wait. Do you think anytime someone
Wait.
says do you think anytime someone points out a negative connotation, it's an insult?
Calling someone an idiot's an insult. Yeah.
Not always.
No. That's not what I asked you. Do you think anytime?
What do you mean by
someone
idiot,
points out
then?
You could
Someone
just be
who's
using idiot to refer to a description.
yeah.
What do you mean
So
by
again,
description?
a description. You don't know what a description is?
Didn't say that.
Are
I'm
you
just asking
seriously
what you
asking
mean
me
by
that?
that.
The
I'm
way
just,
that it's
I'm asking. I'm making sure we're
the
using
way
the
that
same
it's conventionally
definition.
understood.
It's conventionally understood.
So something that's okay. Something that's a predicate of subject.
No shit, Sherlock.
You notice how he gets like this weird attitude when I like ask a question. It's kind of weird, but
Why are you
okay.
I get an attitude when you
Um,
ask me dumb questions. Like
me
for example,
clarifying is a
what
dumb
is a
question?
description?
You
That's a
said
dumb
you're
question.
using it. Wait. You said you're using it primitively, and I clarified if what
When
you
did
meant
I
by
say that?
primitive.
He
Hold
didn't
on.
say
If what
primitive.
you meant by primitive was that it's a predicate of a subject, okay, that's fine.
Is he battling demons? Who is he talking to? Who
Primitive
here
is
said the word
Holy
primitive?
moly, that's bad.
primitive is vastly different. than what we-
The primitive is a predicate of a subject.
I asked you what
I
asked you what a description, or excuse me, you
I was
asked me
just
what a
saying.
description was. I told you I'm just using it the way it's been conventionally used for millennia, and then you said
Conventional usage.
assigning a predicate to a subject.
That wouldn't be
would
you telling
correct.
me what. That wouldn't you be telling me what a description is. That would just you be saying, like
What?
that wouldn't be saying a definition.
It is saying a definition. It is.
I
Is a
can say that.
definition.
He's describing the word.
I can say someone can say what is a computer. I say I'm just using it primitively. That's not a definition.
No.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Is that a
Look, he's
definition?
not doing that. Look, when
Okay,
I say
then, so that my question wasn't answered then.
wait, just to be clear, if someone asks you like what is your name, right? And you tell them your name, it's Monkey, right? And then they ask you again and you tell them Monkey. And then they ask you 3 more times. You say, look, it's a name that I've told you 5 times already. You have answered their question, haven't you?
What is that? Okay. What about it?
You agree you've answered their question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's what he's doing here. When you ask him what is the description, and he says I'm just using it the way it's used conventionally. You obviously know how it's conventionally used, so he communicated what it meant.
You're acting like he's told me multiple times what description
No,
is.
I'm telling you.
It's
I'm telling you
disanalogous.
that it's obviously not disanalogous. I was just being hyperbolic.
Well, because
Oh my
that's
God,
not.
how are
that's
you not
similar to
understanding
what's-
this? Look, all art is telling you is that if you already have the concept that you're requesting for, there's no need for me to give like some joint necessary and sufficient conditions for the concept because you already have access to the concept when you knew what I meant when I talked about the conventional definition. Because when
Well,
I
if
said,
you're just
oh, I'm
saying
just
that
using
it's reasonable, to go with the path of like, okay, you know what the primitive definition is, but that still wouldn't answer my question.
why does he
My
keep
question
saying
is-
primitive, dude?
I don't know.
What is wrong with this guy?
It's
bro?
low-key pissing me off because like I hear primitive and I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you
Wait,
guys not used
what do you-
primitive at all?
No,
No.
nobody here has used primitive
No
except
one's
for you.
used the term, bro.
Oh well, when you
Primitive
said
is-
how people usually use it, right?
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean primitive.
When I say primitive, I'm just saying like like how it's usually used.
That's not. Are you
That's
stupid?
not
Or dumb? Which one is it?
usually
That's a very
That's idiosyncratic. Yeah.
Primitivity is about commonality. That's your definition.
What do you mean by
It's like,
primitive?
that might
the
be
fuck?
that might be like a fucking oxymoron.
Oh my goodness.
So stupid.
Primitive means basic or fundamental. You can literally
Yeah.
say a basic definition for description is a predicate of a subject.
Basic
What are you
as
talking about?
basic as in like it can't go no further. Like it's at its core.
No, basic. I'm just meaning the core definition.
Yeah,
of
we
what's
know that's
being
what you
used.
mean, but that's
No,
not
no,
what
no, no, no,
everybody
no, no,
else
no, no,
means.
no, no, no.
I
Yeah,
don't know how
core
that's
definition.
idiosyncratic, but okay.
Like there's no core definition. Like at its core is like look something primitive is like
General
something like exists.
definition?
No,
That doesn't
something
exist.
primitive is not as primitive. Something primitive is like
Do you think something
Be-
primitive can be reduced?
being.
Simple.
Yeah, something being is like being, something like existence, something like is. Those things that people typically say are primitive. Yeah,
Me. Something like that.
yeah, me. Like you can't give a set of like you can't give a semantic reduction to it. Basically,
Okay,
It's
cool. Yeah.
irreducible.
I mean, if that's what's meant
That's
by primitive,
right.
sure. I guess that's.
that's you could mean something else. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
saying you're wrong.
Now that you
I'm
know
just
what
saying that's
description
not- that's
means,
commonly used.
now that you know what description means, our claim has been correct this entire time. You can just, at certain times, like for example, when I say that you're an idiot, that's just something which is going to be a predicate that is assigned to you, the subject, because you, the subject, possess the property of being an idiot, right? That's it.
Yeah. What do you mean by idiot?
Oh my god.
I've
bro.
already explained this to you.
You just you said a description of someone.
No, that's
No,
not what
no,
I
no,
said.
no. That's not
That's
what
not
it
what you
is.
said either.
What'd you
I
say?
do have a
Hey,
question.
Benson.
Wait. Did you ask me what I
Hey,
said?
that guy.
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd you
Is
mean by
this
idiot?
evidence for you forgetting what happened less than 5
Ah,
minutes ago in the
shit.
What do you
conversation?
mean someone's an idiot? Once again,
Oh, so you're
like, I
confirming my
understand.
hypothesis, right?
Oh
Is this you
no.
confirming my hypothesis?
That wouldn't make someone an idiot though. So no, I wouldn't
Dude,
be
I
affirming.
didn't know there could be a lower tier than pensive until this guy monkey
Oh
joined.
my god, this guy's still glazing.
It's just giving.
It's
It's
like
giving
toying
probability
around with this guy,
raising.
dude. Holy fucking shit.
It's just giving probability raising. Like I guess data. That's all he's saying.
Also, I did have a question, Monkey. Did you say earlier that non-cognitivism supports subjectivism?
What?
I don't think he said that. I think he said when cognitivism was brought up, he brought up subjectivism.
Thanks for the gifts.
Well, not subjectivism. He brought up anti-realism, but
I don't even know what he said.
I'm tracking. Don't worry, guys.
I would say they're
Art's on the
related
tracking
in different
train.
ways.
Oh,
You
thank
said
you
what
so
now?
much for the rose. Guys,
I would say
thank
they're
you so
related
much.
in different
W-
ways.
They're
W's
related?
in the chat for whoever sent me the rose.
In what sense do you
W's in
mean
the chat.
they're related?
Like, I mean, they seem to point at different directions. Like they don't, but like
How
they
would
have
they be
similar.
related if they point in different
Oh,
directions?
thank you so
Yeah, they
much for
share
the
similar
rose.
things,
Thank
but
you.
they're not
Thank
the
you
exact
so much
same.
for the rose.
Well, that's what's in
Like
question.
non-cognitivism would say like, moral claims aren't truth apps, but subjectivism would be like moral claims are
No.
truth apps, but they seem to point at truth
No.
and certain things.
That's not what the non-cognitivist is saying, by the way.
Yeah, they. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
Look.
Well,
Hey.
go ahead.
The non-cognitivist is not saying moral claims aren't truth apps.
No, that wouldn't be accurate.
They're
That
not.
wouldn't be accurate.
That wouldn't be
They're-
accurate, no, because there are sophisticated expressivists that
I'm
treat
just using the
moral
informal way.
utterances. Yeah, they treat moral utterances as truth app, but they're a non-cog view.
As truth app, what non-cognitivist?
Jesus Christ,
bro. Oh, okay, never mind.
Truth apt and
I'm literally just
non-cog,
asking
bro,
a
in the
question.
same
What is happening?
fuck.
Yeah, it was a very stupid question. That's
This
what got
is,
the reaction, obviously.
Holy moly, bro.
What he said, he just gave you a counter example to your dog shit definition because there are people who are sophisticated expressivists who believe that moral sentences have true descriptions. However, they don't actually classify themselves as cognitivists, which means that your definition
Is that speaking for majority?
Monkey, call him stupid. Just say that they're dumb.
Oh my god.
I'm just asking, is that speaking for majority of non-cogs?
Why would that matter?
That's not what you, bro.
Okay, whatever.
Just say
It doesn't
they're
matter.
dumb. Just say they're dumb, and you know maybe that they should rethink their life.
What?
Actually,
Can you even
Or
tell me a
actually-
single philosopher who endorses non-cognitivism? Since you're talking about it so much.
Yeah, J.L. Mackey.
J.L. Mackey.
No.
What is J.L. Mackey's non-cognitivist view? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I want him to explain to us how exactly he thinks J.L. Mackey is a non-cognitivist. Go ahead and explain it.
You want me to explain how he's a non-cognitivist?
Yeah, go ahead. Was he an air theorist?
I suppose.
So he was an air theorist and a non-cognitivist?
Oh god.
No.
You know, I'm just trolling, right?
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do
Oh, now
most
he's
air
just
theorists?
trolling.
Do
No,
most
I wasn't
air
being
theorists? You're
serious.
not trolling. You're getting blown the fuck out.
Yeah,
Do
don't
most
be-
air
Okay, you're right,
theorists
bro.
are they cognitivists or non-cognitivists?
Bro, what are these questions?
It's a very simple question. Idiots, answer it.
He says something again, bro.
It's a description.
Yeah, does debates wants to come up? I'm gonna go ahead and like.
he can take my spot.
Oh, okay.
So are most air theorists, are they going to be cognitivists or non-cognitivists? We understand you're looking this up. Speed up the process.
I mean, if you think I'm looking it up, I'm just not going to answer. I mean, it's pointless then. Because if I'm looking it up, it doesn't seem reasonable to answer. Because you already know I'm going to get it right.
There's a reason for you to answer anyways.
Well, if I'm going to get it right, it's pointless, right?
No, there's a point.
No, what's the point behind it?
The point is that you get a little bit more educated than you were before,
No, that'll be pointless if I already know the answer.
but you don't
How do you know that?
because you haven't given it to us.
That wouldn't mean I don't know.
It's more likely that you don't know since you haven't given it to us.
How does that support that?
What do you mean? In most cases where somebody does not
What do you mean?
provide
That's the
evidence
answer?
for X, then it's likely the
Okay,
case that
so
they
the
don't
answer
have
is what do
evidence
you
for
mean?
X. I just
What
gave
do you
you an
mean
argument.
explicated?
I just gave you an argument.
So you don't need anything explicated. Then why did you ask what do I mean? And then you gave an answer to what I mean.
What are you responding
after
to
you asked
exactly right
that.
now?
Yeah, I'm responding to the thing that you said, which was, oh, let me think. What do you mean? And then you answered what I meant. And then for some reason you asked what I meant to
That
what
was a
you
way of
answered.
speaking.
So that doesn't even make
I
sense.
That was. Do you
But
understand
if
that
you
was a
want to restate
rhetorical
what you
question?
said again, I'm fine with hearing it. I mean,
I don't need to
you
restate.
didn't know what I meant, so I don't even know why you would restate it because that doesn't even make
That was
sense.
a rhetorical question. Holy fuck.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because
I'm just
you thought that a
flagging the issue
rhetorical
that you just
question was
said
a
in your
real
sentence.
question. That's how low tier you are. You cannot
Okay,
even
so me
separate
flagging
between
what
rhetorical
sentence you
questions
said
and
was
real questions.
rhetorical? Okay, gotcha.
It was a rhetorical
No, but
question.
error theorists, most error theorists are cognitivists. Yeah.
Really? Was JL
Really?
Mackey?
Yep.
Was JL Mackey an exception to
Oh
that?
my god, this guy. Oh, what is happening?
Was
What
JL
is
Mackey an
happening?
exception to that rule? Yes or no?
Are there any? Are there any?
That's what I'm trying to figure. Are there even any that like
Yeah.
are non-cognitivists? Like,
But to
No.
be clear, like, do you know what an error theorist is? Like,
Oh my god.
because under my view, it's just semantic.
Yeah, it's an error. It's
contradiction.
just I can't do it. So
wait, what's an error theorist?
Yeah, what's in there? It's Blackburn's one though.
it's
Like this guy said JL Mackey of all fucking people, dude.
Yeah, he would know. Yeah,
what's wrong with
Socrates
him?
would know too.
Holy
Type shit.
Yeah, and then add hair in there, and then
Maybe you just have a different reading of what it means to be an error theorist. So
Oh, I think I'm
Very,
following
very,
definition.
He has
very
like a special
confused
ed
reading.
reading. He has the reading where you only find it in the downstairs portion of the high school.
like maybe you think that, I don't know, like like error theory is like when the common folk have like an illusionist type reading of semantics or something. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely not J.L. Mackey though.
Hey, free Congi.
J.L. Mackey's
Congi.
not an error theorist?
No, J.L. Mackey's
Mackie is in it.
He's a
not
cognitive.
Okay, so
No,
what's
he
the
is.
issue?
He's a cognitivist.
He's a cognitivist is the point
and
because
an error theorist.
under his
Yeah,
view,
I got
error
it.
theory is like
Still an
he
error
thinks
theorist.
that they're using them stance independently. Just that stance independently false, right? Is the point.
Right.
Do you even know why it's called error theory?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of entailed in the name. Error is to say like
What is the thing that's an error? Can you tell us?
Facts.
Yeah, when you try to state like facts about reality, when you're really just stating like your preferences or like your
So are
feelings.
you saying that the error theorist is saying that when I talk about morality, I'm just an error?
You're just an error. Who the what?
Are
No,
you
it's an
saying
error to state
that
things or facts about the reality. It's
why
not
is
an error
that?
to have-
Why is that an error?
Because they don't facts about reality don't exist.
What facts?
Moral facts about
Moral
reality.
propositions.
Okay. So
This guy's just trying to test all my philosophical like I don't know what's happening.
this is not testing your philosophy. This is like a humiliation.
Do you subscribe to solipsism?
Do I subscribe to solipsism? No, I don't subscribe to solipsism.
How come?
Because I don't think the view has any credence.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Cool.
yeah, K's a physicalist, believe it or not.
Do I? Not too
Watch,
sure.
he's probably gonna give some dog shit like parsimonious argument. Solipsism is the most parsimonious. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I don't know too much about it.
You don't know too much about it, so you're just asking me random questions about things that you don't know too much about. Is that what you do?
No, I don't know too much about like affirming or negating like a view on it.
Right, so you're asking me questions about a view that you have absolutely no clue about.
Me being agnostic on the view doesn't mean I don't know anything about the view. That just means I don't know.
No. You can't. Do you even know what are you
You're
talking about?
agnostic
How
on
can you be agnostic
solipsism?
about something that you don't know?
So how are you?
Yeah, I don't
agnostic on
affirm or negate
solipsism?
a view on it. Like I don't look into it.
You don't even know what you're supposed to be affirming or negating.
Solipsism.
What is that?
Oh my god, bro. What is happening?
Wait,
It's like
how are you gonna ask the guy, do you affirm solipsism? But when asked, do you know what solipsism is? You don't know
obviously
what it is.
because why wouldn't I know what I was if I asked to him?
Wait, what if he
Okay,
said
so
yes?
then what is it?
What if he said yes?
Yeah,
Then what?
it's just the view that like your mind is the only thing that exists.
Asking for the argument.
What?
No, I was responding to Sue. If he said yes, then he was asking the argument.
Oh, type shit.
Oh yeah.
No. No, you're cool. Okay.
I wonder. I wonder if you. I wonder if you say that.
I like the
Wait,
constructive
I'm
criticism.
actually.
And now,
like
now
the
he's gonna
incels.
glaze me. Now
Wait,
he's
wait,
gonna
wait,
glaze
wait,
me
wait,
after
wait.
getting
Also, that's
Real quick,
I'm literally not.
monkey.
just
So
saying I don't
I'm
care
a
that you're an
solipsist. So monkey, I am a
forgive you, bro.
solipsist.
It's
So
okay.
the
I
argument's
understand
going to
you're
be
on
as
like a train of
follows.
like emotions, bro.
Just comment. So the argument's going to be as follows. I can doubt the existence of the external world and other minds. Whatever I cannot doubt is certain to exist. I cannot doubt the existence of my own mind.
Who's this guy
Therefore, only
talking
my
to?
mind certainly exists.
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly. Like,
solipsist.
the point is that solipsism isn't just a view
I don't
that
think you
only
are.
the mind exists or something. It's that you can only like guarantee.
Yeah, I already
at
stated
least
that.
the
You
mind
don't have to
exists.
restate what I said
You can
previously.
only
Just corrected you.
You said, wait,
I
just
said
to be
the same
clear,
thing you
he's
said.
correcting the blunder that you made because you said it's
I
only
really
the
said
mind
to you that
exists.
your mind is what exists.
It's only
Yeah,
the
that's
truth.
not
It's
the
only
view.
true thing that exists.
Oh, okay, come
But
on.
that's
You
not
guys,
the view.
you guys are just being dickheads at this point. You can be charitable to that.
No, but that's not the view though. Like,
I
there's a
agree. It's
solid-
not the.
Only your mind
I agree.
exists.
I agree. It's
that's
not
not the view.
I agree.
He's
It's not
just
the view.
repeating the
But
blunder
If you're
again.
just saying that that's
I
like
agree
a formal
that's-
way to say the view, then yeah, sure.
No, I'm not.
No,
It's not
no.
about formality. It's
It's not
literally
for
just a
formality.
different view. Like if
Look-
you say the mind exists, that could encapsulate idealism. Idealists believe only the mind exists. If you say, like if you want to talk about solipsism, you have to be talking specifically about your mind.
Epistemology.
Your mind is the only thing that exists, not just
Yeah.
a mind is the only thing
And,
that
and
exists.
also,
about
we know that
People, all
idealism
those
is
stuff,
false
those things
too.
are observed only through your mind.
Look,
or
look,
that's just through your mind.
Well,
We
no,
also know
it's
that
saying
idealism
that
is false as well. By the way, we also know that.
solipsism is a
I don't know. I'm
view.
kind of charitable to the view. I'm kind of like a large skepticist. I don't know.
Look here, look.
On
So
what?
if Bernard Kastrup exists, idealism is false from the Ancita, right? You know what I mean? Like
About
the
right.
walking reductio to idealism is Bernard Kastrup.
Yeah,
I'm an
we're-
air theorist.
see now I'm a, I moved on from that. I'm a cosmopanpsychist now.
Hey,
Oh,
W,
that's
I
dope.
love that
I'm so serious.
position. Dude, I
Yo, you
love
need a
that
fucking
position
job.
so much.
You need
Are
a
you
fucking
actually
job,
a
bro.
solipsist?
No,
I can't say that
no.
word. Solipsist.
Guys, please stop.
Yeah, that's right. I even gave the argument for it.
I feel like he's trolling. I'm not sure.
No,
Is he
I
right?
gave the argument for it.
Look at him. He's a
Yeah,
blank.
so it's
fucking-
gonna be.
Hey guys, I have something really important to say.
Oh my
Can I
God,
say
bro, of
something?
course.
Yeah,
Is
go
John
What's
ahead.
up,
still
man?
here?
How's it going, man?
Hey, I just wanted to say I think we should all get along, and guys, we should stop fighting, guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
who's
there's
this
many-
guy?
there's
Who's
no
this
fighting,
guy? Yo,
man.
let's get this guy on the panel.
Fuck
Whoa,
that
a
guy.
lot of hostility
Fuck this
coming
guy,
at me.
man.
now.
We should just
Whoa.
rob him. What do you?
Well, a lot of hostility coming at me.
Don't
right
worry,
now, guys.
don't worry,
Yo,
monkey. They're all
this
they're
guy,
like
Lucky, he ain't in my
philosophical
city,
these
dude.
guys are
Holy
like
shit.
all the testosterone is super.
I've
low.
been getting attacked
But
the
wait,
whole night,
wait,
bro. I've been up on here for like 2
Pippi,
hours.
but Pippi, we shouldn't.
My
attack
name is
you.
LARP enthusiast, actually.
But wait, Pippi, is that a universal principle to say that we should be nice
That's
to
not a
people?
principle; it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, but look, reasons don't operate that way.
Wait,
right?
wait,
Like,
look,
in
LARP
this
enthusiast,
case-
you're lucky you're not in my city.
There's
I'm feeling a lot of hostility coming in. You're actually lucky you are in my city because I'm going
It's
to be
always
really
like
kind to
every
you.
comment
Wait,
that I
Kian,
make
are
is
you
just
like?
gonna
Are
be
you,
mean.
Kian, you don't sound like you're getting a lot of pussy right now,
No,
buddy.
Kojo, it really is. I swear to God.
I don't sound like I'm getting a lot of what,
They
sorry?
memify
You
all
don't
of
sound-
my comments. It's crazy.
You don't sound like you're getting a lot of pussy right now, right, man. Like you need to calm down.
Right now, physically, right now on the live. Yeah, I mean.
Is that wait? Sorry.
I will
Is that what
say,
you
I
think?
mean-
Is that what you think I was talking about? Is that?
Well, I don't. I was giving the most charitable interpretation.
That was the most charitable to you?
Yeah, because presumably you don't
okay.
take
That
my
just
view.
that just
because
that
my
just
view
shows
is that my view
it
is
just
that I'm
shows
living
that,
eternally. right?
maybe this conversation isn't for you. If that was the most charitable that you could
Look,
cook
because
up.
look, my view is that I live for,
look, calm down.
I live forever, right? So I mean,
You
it
live
just
forever?
turns out that I'm gonna get an infinite set.
Amount of chances to get pussy? What's the argument? Like I take to be the case that it's a contradiction that Pippi gets pussy. Not Pippi. That Kian gets pussy.
Why'd you say fuck me for?
I was looking at Pippi when I said that.
Why are
Yeah,
we hating on
me and my
LARP
girlfriend just live
enthusiasts right
forever,
now?
bro. So it's just.
You have a
turns out-
girlfriend?
What's your
God.
thoughts on the Izop problem, Kay?
When did you get married to a man?
What?
Okay, I got a question. What's your thoughts on the Izop problem, Kay?
What's my
Holy
thoughts on
moly,
the
Sky.
Izop problem? I've never heard of this issue. So why don't you actually explain to me, Monkey Boy, what the Izop problem is? I don't know what that is.
Monkey boy.
You switched opponents, bro.
Monkey King. What should we call this guy? Monkey
That was
Clown.
actually Pippi who asked that.
Look, Monkey, this is a chance. Say he doesn't know who he's talking to, therefore that's probably raising that he's stupid. There you go.
No,
Yeah,
don't
bro, I
say
knew
that.
that
That's
from the
me.
start of the
Don't say that,
conversation, but I
Monkey.
don't have to prove that now.
Don't say
Damn
that.
it.
Monkey.
Well, that's not true
coward?
because K is an Bayesianist.
Can you tell me what? Whoa.
You can call me Monkey King. That'd be a good.
Wait a minute.
I don't know about that, but I'm kind of
Wait,
I'm tethering on the fence.
Wait, to be clear, I said you were a physicalist. You had the most. You reacted like nothing to that, but then
Okay,
I said you're not a
didn't
Bayesian.
hear that. I literally missed that. I must have missed that.
Mr. Kojo, why do you believe in God?
That's a good pivot.
What is this, an interview?
Yeah, so basically he thinks
It's
that
like after Glaze Sesh interview. This is crazy.
So Kojo actually just DM'd me, and he said that
it's
the
a
reason he
glaze,
thinks
let me
that's
ask
because
you
the
a question.
probability of psychonomic harmony obtaining is less than 1.
Yeah, Pence said just stop talking. That's bad.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Wait, what's
What'd you say,
the
Ken?
reputation? Go ahead.
I can't hear
Monkey
what this
Boy.
guy's
So
saying.
Monkey Boy or Monkey Man, whatever the fuck his name is. So here's the argument.
All right, skip the
basically,
rhetoric, get to the substance.
So the argument is just roughly,
Top chop.
it's either the case that God exists or this sentence is false. This
Oh
sentence
my God,
is not
Logic sent me the
false.
same argument.
So therefore,
Oh,
okay, what was your response to the argument?
Yeah, it seems to like try and say something about dialetheism, right?
No.
So just to be clear,
that's how he was
wait,
running
hold
it.
on. Before we say anything else,
Just want
how
to flag.
long?
That's how
Wait,
he
wait,
was
hold
running
on.
it. Not saying he's running it. That
When
way.
did he send you this argument? When did he send it to
A
you?
few weeks ago.
And also to be clear,
so you had
Logic
a
got
few
that from me.
weeks. You had a few weeks to look through the argument, and your response was a question.
No imagination.
Bro, there was no point. He just learned. I mean, he just like affirmed dialetheism. I didn't see a point in doing it. He wasn't.
That sounds like a great opponent.
He wasn't even like informed. But you know, right?
Where's
Here, wait,
Logic? Logic is here.
Look, Monkey. Necessarily, if
Oh,
God
because I'm
exists.
black, you get me mixed up with monkey.
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking
Yeah, that's right.
bitch.
So necessarily, if God exists, then God exists necessarily. Possibly, God does exist. God exists. What's the contention?
Yeah, this is another great argument. I mean, we're just giving all the good arguments right now. We went from,
Monkey
went from
Michelin Man.
psychophysical harmony to fucking modal ontological.
Monkey Michelin.
Yeah, Michelin Man. Do you know what that
Yeah,
argument
right.
is?
What's your thoughts on that leak that happened though? I saw like a leak about you or something. Like
What
what's the
leak?
girl
What?
or something?
What?
Oh,
It's like
you're
the
talking
girl.
about the leak of me getting play? You're about to make fun of me for getting play? Is that what you're gonna do?
Whoa, who said I was
Yeah,
making
you
fun
know
of
it's the
you?
most
Who said I was
pussyless
making fun of you?
motherfuckers
Just
that
to
will
be
make
clear.
fun of you for that
Just
K,
to be
bro.
clear, who said they were making fun of you? Just want to
Oh
know. Very same
no! Oh my
picture.
God! You were talking sexually with another
I'm
woman.
just
Oh my
wait,
God!
no, stop.
Wait,
stop
that's
freaking
not
out.
that's not
I'm
getting
just
play though.
curious
Come on, we
what your
can't say
thoughts
that's
on the
not
leak
getting
were. I'm just
play.
asking. Like, what's your thoughts on like the
on
leak?
your soul, we all do that in private.
And just to be
bro.
clear,
On
if that's
on
what
your
you mean by
soul.
getting play,
Soul
that's a little
theory?
weird.
Look,
What do you
and
know
also,
about
I don't want to even want to. I don't even want to air
Getting
K
play
out.
by
But like,
saying
on
those
God, I've
things,
said
K, are a
crazy
little
shit.
weird,
On
bro.
God, I have.
You might want to get
Have
some
you
help,
ever
dude.
even interacted with a woman before?
No, of course not, bro. I've never even seen one.
Look, not even to just Kojo, but like
Monkey,
that
I've
was
been in
some
an
I'm
underground
talking-
bunker for my whole
Look,
That
life.
was
look,
normal
look,
shit,
look,
bro.
Monkey.
Like that was actually normal stuff. Like I don't
Look,
even know
Monkey,
what
like
we're
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
be really honest, dude. Like,
That was
well,
it.
Kojo said was
Ken
not
said
even that
just stop
crazy.
talking real quick. Appreciate it.
Like that, like I've
So,
said worse shit.
Kojo, I'm just curious on what your
Yeah,
thoughts
that's
on
why
the leak are.
pensive. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, like on God, I've said worse. Like what Kojo said was like not even that crazy. I do that shit all the time.
I do
Yeah,
that all the
these guys
time
are
with
like-
my girl.
Y'all
These
do
guys
that
are
all the
Your girl
time.
must not
bro.
have like a
Facts,
consensual.
facts.
These guys are
relationship
fucking
anyway.
lobs, bro. There's
Y'all
no
are
way
some
that these
fucking
people are like talking.
y'all are some fucking freaks.
They literally have not talked.
freaks, bro. Like that. It's not even
Freaks.
freaky. It's not
Look,
even
that means
freaky.
you just like
Freakiest
on
shit
God,
I've
Like
ever
freaking out.
heard.
They're like, oh my God, like this K guy. I can't believe he ever said that. Oh my God.
That was
That's the most normal
I'm not gonna-
shit, bro.
That is not normal. In no case is that normal. You don't say
Yeah,
that shit.
we know you in the bedroom.
Dude, even
is the
Art
most
agrees
boring
with
shit.
you,
Dude, on
that's what I'm
God,
talking
dude.
about.
We know it's the most
Dude,
vanilla,
I'm telling
boring
you,
shit.
Bro, you guys were not
we're not.
with
Look,
lady,
his
like,
loadout is just the slowest.
Okay,
like,
let's
strokes
both
in
agree,
his
bro. That
life.
was a little weird, bro. Be honest, dude.
It wasn't
This was
weird.
weird.
No,
Not weird
That
at
was
all.
definitely
do not
weird.
fuck. Yeah,
That
why would you
wasn't
concede
weird.
on that? It's
What?
not weird at all. What?
Definitely weird.
It was
Definitely
weird that
weird.
they leaked it.
Oh
bro.
my
Like,
The only
God,
thing that
that's
was
bad.
yeah, exactly. The only thing that was weird is that they leaked it. That was the weird part.
Did they,
You're
wait,
a
I'm
lust,
pretty
you're
sure.
a
Wait,
lustful
Katie,
man, bro.
Katie,
You're
did you
really
not
lustful.
challenge them to?
No, that was a lie that got disproven on my life. She
You're a
made
really
up a story
lustful
that
man, dude.
she made up a story that like I told her to put out those voice messages, but I never actually did.
Probably did
You
with
said
your
something,
freaky
wait, no,
ass.
no. She said you said something like prove it.
Yeah, I never said that. That's what I'm.
Wait,
That's what I'm
who's
referencing.
the girl you're talking about?
I don't
Some
remember.
I don't
Why
know.
would
It's
he
not
ask that
a
question?
can of worms anymore. It's like
Let's
some-
not ask that
No,
question.
the point is that like like, if you want to see freaky, look at me and Pippi's DMs, bro. Like,
Whoa, calm down, calm down.
No, but in all honesty, like what got leaked was like nothing. Like, come on, like we're actually bugging.
That shit
We're
was.
actually bugging.
That was
That
if you
was
think
some
what was
grown
said
man
was
shit.
like
I'm not
okay
gonna
or
lie.
like good, you're kind of weird. To be honest, what he said
Some
was
grown man
obviously not
shit.
something that's normal.
Dude,
Some
why?
grown man shit?
Why do
Normalizing
these?
these things are
Why do
obviously
these?
Let's move
something
on
that should
from it
be
though.
Yo,
very.
Pippi, are you there, Pippi?
Just want to be on the very same
Yeah.
page.
You know one thing why do these incels think they can give us like opinions on like sexual things with women? Like
Well, no,
what do these people think they are? Like what are they doing? Like
they don't
I
say
love how
nothing
you're
to
like
me, but
trying to say something about like as if you know.
no, it's you and me in this, Pippi. You and me.
don't put me in there.
Nah.
Why am I?
No,
Listen,
I know Pippi a fucking freak.
I'm about to
No,
release
I know
I'm
this
not.
guy a
No,
fucking
tonight.
freak.
No,
it's
no.
Pippi
It's
jumped
all-
ship real quick.
I'm releasing the
Pippi
Pippi
hopped
files
right
tonight.
off.
No.
Just to be
Yeah.
clear.
On God, I'm releasing the pencil file.
It's
I
me
don't
and
know.
Pippi. We both in this.
No. Look,
Wait,
Freakiest motherfuckers
Yo,
is
I'm
Kay and
with your
Divinity. The
Luffy.
shit that they say about women.
No,
I'm with the
okay, no. Do
Wait,
not
what's
put
wrong
Kate
with
and
that,
Liam
though?
in the same fucking
Kay and
conversation. Liam's in a new universe, bro.
I'm getting pegged, yeah.
Liam's arranged, bro.
I'm
Liam
with
is
the Luffy.
Liam is insane.
Liam's the type of guy that he has to like sit down and think about his actions after sex, bro. Like, that's Liam, bro. He's in a new stratosphere, bro.
Drop the Pippi files. You guys don't want the Pippi files. It's deep.
there are none. They don't exist.
I need to drop the pencil files, dude. Is what
That's
I'm
what they
saying.
said about
I need to
the
get
files
canceled on
until
this
they
app.
came out. So
You don't want to look at pencils.
Dude, I need to get canceled off this app. Like, drop the pencil files.
Liam is off the charts.
Let's drop the Kojo files.
Yo, he's
I'm down
using
for
the
that.
reverse psychology, bro. Like they're gonna be fucking crazy when they do drop.
if the Kojo files dropped, it would be a field day on TikTok. They'd be talking.
It would be
about
insane. We'd be talking about that shit for weeks. It'd be like, we
Dude,
finally
dude,
found out he's actually
dude.
not 4'4".
The amount of racism that me and
what's
Kojo
insane
talk
is
about
that
is so
look, there's
crazy.
only been one thing that people have been repeatedly saying about me for over a year and a half. Imagine if they had more information on me. It would be a
Yeah, that is
field day.
good.
Well, like, imagine if, like, the DMs of Kojo and I being racist to certain types of minorities, guys. Like, none.
No, but
I don't know
I'll
what
be
he's
completely
talking
honest. Like,
People care less about the racism. Also,
Like
I feel
Kate-
like if what Kay said was in text form, it'd be less harmful. But
No,
the fact
I
that I had
won't
to
lie.
hear his voice, yeah,
Kay,
that shit
like,
made it worse.
Funny story, she begged me for that.
That's what I'm
voice
saying, bro. Like, if that shit had come out
yo.
about me, I don't think it would be as crazy.
Are
Like,
y'all not freaking?
No,
I'm,
I'm,
I'm dragging it. Well, actually, I don't know.
No.
Kian's voice saying that would probably be
Wait,
less harmful
Art.
to my ears.
No, look,
Are you
all I'm
not
saying
like
is that-
this guy is so gay. What?
look. If that was
Yo,
me, I would just diss him for not having like a good life like me.
Yo, did anyone just fucking hear that?
Yo, we heard. Yo,
What?
yo, what the hell?
I might have to say if we heard Kian say that, I might have to save it. You know?
Yo, all right, bro.
You're cooked, buddy.
Yeah, this guy here, bro.
Why are there birds chirping?
This is
Damn,
kind of
this-
weird though.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm
glitch,
just in the middle of fucking.
Yo, okay, is this
Oh, I
the,
forgot
is this the
you live
argument
in
you were saying?
Denver.
Though?
Holy
Is
shit,
this the
Kian
argument?
touches grass. This is a new
Wait,
update.
wait,
This is the
hold
part
on,
of the
hold
Kian
on.
drop.
I'm
Hold
on my
on,
way
wait,
to
wait.
work right now.
Wait. Okay, was
The
this?
hell?
Can I read the argument so I can see if this is what you're referring to?
Oh my
You're-
god.
you have a
their
job,
voices
Kian?
annoy me.
No. Okay, cool. So
Yo, wait.
it says either
what
this
did
sentence
Monkey
is
do
false or
to-
contains a
to
syntax
receive
error
this
and is
authorization?
logically contradictory. That God exists. God exists in some possible world. God
I'm
exists
not
in world
listening
X.
to you.
Is that
That's
the
not the
argument?
Wait, Monkey. Wait,
No,
I'm gonna
that's not
advocate for
even the
you.
argument.
Wait, Monkey.
Hold
Not
on.
wait.
Okay.
Wait, Monkey. Wait, what did Monkey
Ian, are
do
you
to
skipping
deserve
one?
the type of hate I walked in on?
Basically nothing. He just seems to have some sort of hate towards
Oh, it's
me.
always nothing, isn't it? Right? I'm just a crazy guy who's just up here bashing you
Yeah,
down
you're
for
just a
absolutely
violent-
no reason, right?
Just to be
Look,
clear,
we-
did you not come up here first to insult?
I did for a reason.
Okay, so you did insult first, and I seem to just, I don't know, just have a normal conversation.
Right? You were just
Take that
chilling.
shit
You're an
off,
innocent
bro.
guy, and I just came up here just
That's type of
berating you
hatred
for
that hate-
absolutely no reason, right?
Kay got that
I'm not
hatred
claiming
that
I'm
you have in the
innocent.
Bible,
Go ahead,
man.
tell Pippi. Go ahead, tell Pippi that story. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not
Tell him
claiming I'm
story.
innocent. I mean, if you're saying like I've
You're
done
not innocent, so why don't you
previous
tell him the
things
full
to-
story? Go ahead. What did you do?
Of what?
Kian, you're included.
What did you do to warrant? Which is what he asked you. What did you do to warrant me treating you this way? That's what he asked you. So don't tell
yeah,
half the
well, I
story,
can
and
tell
don't
him
make
what
yourself
you
out to be
think.
like this innocent guy
Well,
that's
so
like,
this
oh,
is
I'm
what he
just
does out
not
here.
doing
This is what he
anything.
does, Bippy. I can't even get a word out, bro. So look,
Go ahead, man. Go
you
ahead.
said that I did something to you in a past life, right? Okay,
That's
so
correct.
A past life?
Yo, that's generational hating, bro. That's
So you said that I did something to you in a past live, right?
Okay.
Which was, I don't know, a few hours ago. Clearly, you didn't really explicate what I did that well in that live. And it doesn't really seem to hold any weight. And even if it's a case that I did do something to you in the past live, doesn't really warrant any sort of like insults or, I don't know, attacking other entities.
It does.
What's your thoughts on that?
Attacking other entities. Who the fuck
That's
talks
what they
this
did
way?
the word, Rambo.
Well, I mean, my
Yo,
thoughts
you
on
know
that
that
are
every
like,
one of his friends hates him if he speaks
Jesus
like that in real life, bro.
Imagine like
Attacking
going to
other
fucking.
entities, bro.
Imagine going to like Chipotle with this guy, dude. Like Friday night, like the guys were just like,
Oh my God.
and this
Apology
idiot is
of
in the
this
corner
Does
somewhere
X
talking about
variable-
something.
Does X variable come with mayo on it? Does X variable come on mayo? Like what the fuck?
He's like in the
Well,
corner, like,
guys,
hey guys, please don't harm
Just
these
to be
entities
clear,
over here.
just to be clear.
How many entities
Obviously,
were harmed in the making of this? How many
Holy
entities?
Apology of this salad is giving positive quality.
holy
look,
shit.
why don't we all get along, guys?
Can I have a
Holy
10
shit.
entity table, please?
Come on.
Can I have
Come on,
Yeah, I'd
guys.
like to order I'd like to get an order for my entity over here.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, man.
Holy fuck, man.
So Pippi, basically this is what happened. Previously in the other live, he was essentially the exact opposite of what he's doing now. Like he's kind of painting this picture as if he's like this innocent dude who hasn't done anything. But in the last live, he was like piping up, interrupting mid-conversation, making jabby comments towards me. On top of the fact that he was he was kicked, even though he was like actively supporting the people on the panel. He was like, glazing them, saying that they were high and mighty. And then they literally kicked him and said he was annoying. But the most annoying part from my end was just like the sheer amount of interjections just to specifically take jabs at me, right? That was like really annoying. So now I'm coming here and I'm doing the exact same thing to you, and you're crying about it.
Well, just to be
Is that
clear,
accurate, Monkey?
If me
Do you think
trolling,
that was accurate?
it warrants some sort of
Trolling.
insults.
I'm trolling
I mean,
too. Yeah, I'm trolling too.
Whoa.
I guess we're both trolling, right?
Relax. Let me finish my sentence. I let you finish yours. So if me doing some sort of like trolling in a previous live warrants some sort of insults, I guess under your view that might seem okay. I'm not sure why. But
Well, would he know you
under
were
my view,
trolling?
it seems to be some sort of issue, right?
Would he know you were trolling though? Like, how would he know that?
Well, I trolled him in previous lives, and I think I told that
that
a long time ago.
I mean, look, all I'm saying, when I walked in, it looked like you were getting jumped, and I thought it was for no reason.
was getting
I
jumped,
think that's
I was trying to
lame.
help.
But yeah, if
Art's the only
you were
one taking
messing
my
with
back,
them,
bro.
if you were messing with them, then obviously. But I think we should all be kinder to each other, nicer to each other. We should all
Exactly,
get
bro.
along, guys. No,
This
okay,
is why
Monkey,
Pippi
but you were doing
don't
it too.
fall
You
for
can't.
it. Pippi's
can't
only
lie.
saying this because
He said,
distraction.
no, not you.
He's trying to distract you guys away from the Pippi files. I'm telling you, it's a
Okay.
distraction. Don't fall for
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna need those actually.
Pippi has no files. Pippi has no enemies.
No
Now, what's
files.
the argument for God, though? Okay, I'm actually curious.
All right,
Yeah, so Kojo
funds.
just I just recalled when Kojo DM'd me, it's gonna be that the probability of psychonomic harmony
Oh my God.
attaining on naturalism
This
is
guy
much
going
less than
again.
one.
I'm just trying to
However,
hear Kay,
being
please.
conditional
Well, look-
on theism is not less than one.
Pensive,
Given
you're not
Bayesian
even
confirmation
a
theory.
theist. What are you doing?
It kind of
I am a
just
theist.
moved.
What are you
You're
talking about?
agnostic. What are you
No, I'm a
doing?
theist, dude.
Pensive is a theist, you know.
Yeah, I like converted not that long ago.
Yeah, they beat him over the head with the Bible, and now he's not
Okay.
believing God.
The argument
Hey.
just kind of goes as follows. So he affirms the Kalam, and then for the argument for premise one, he just affirms that Bernadetti paradoxes are problematic, raising for there being some
I'm not sure what that means.
infinite past causality. You don't know what
I have no
Bernadetti.
idea what that means.
Do you know what the Bernadetti paradoxes are, like Grim Reapers?
No, the only paradox I really know is like the liar's paradox, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it works the same way, man. Yeah, It does.
Liar's
can we
paradox.
get Lex
It's
up
the same
here?
thing.
Liar's
Lex up
revenge
here?
and liar's paradox. That's about it, bro.
Do you know why it's considered a paradox?
Oh, I think it's like because it seems to be a contradiction or something, but it's not really.
That's
Okay, we're not laughing at him.
It
no.
seems to be a contradiction, but it's
sorry,
not.
sorry.
Is that what
I'm
Get
only
some
saying
good
that.
faith
I'm only
into
saying
this
that because that's what
conversation.
someone else obviously
You
told me.
can't walk into the first grade goddamn school and then you
That was
start
me.
beating motherfuckers up. Come on now.
I'm only saying that because someone else told me. I actually don't have like a clear definition of what it means to have a paradox. But I would
Doesn't
say-
understand.
Yeah, I'm just saying that off of what someone else told me. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, what the fuck? See, this is
Nah,
this
but
is why I
all
say you're a
jokes
bully.
aside, all
This-
jokes aside, Mr. Kojo, I do apologize for trolling you. Even if you didn't
Mr.
take it,
Kojo.
even if
Let's
you didn't take it
go.
as a troll, even if you didn't take it as a troll, I do apologize. As a man, you have to apologize for things in life. Okay.
So
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, whether you accept it or not is fine. I don't really care. But
I respect you less for apologizing. Like,
No, don't listen to Kian.
You
No,
guys
you
are
really
like
don't listen.
no, like
Don't listen.
fucking double down, bro.
Nah, don't listen to
he
him.
got bitched.
I would
into
triple down, and then I would fucking attack Pippi as well. Like,
No.
what are we doing?
Look, Monkey,
Yo,
listen
let's
to
look
his
for the
voice.
next
He's
guy, but like, yeah, fuck you too. Like,
listen to his voice. He's British. Nobody respects him or his people.
Exactly. You got just yeah.
Rude.
Don't listen to the British guy. Listen to me. And
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a fun
Listen to
combo,
this
though,
guy,
bro.
man. Yeah.
I don't mind getting like rhetoric bashed here and there. It's kind of fun.
Wait, Monkey, are you in KG? You kind of seem like you're in KG.
That's okay. Okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
kinda
the
crazy.
guy
Why
that was
would you do
offering
that?
peace, by the
Wait,
way.
I'm being
I thought we were
serious.
promoting peace.
I'm just asking him. It was just a question.
It's a pretty reasonable inference because he does kind of have the KG
Oh,
accent.
Pippi, are you in the Epstein files? Like, what we doing?
It's not the same thing, dude. It's not the same thing.
wait, speaking of that, what happened to that one guy, DRV? What happened to that guy?
Dude, I bullied that guy off the app. Oh god, I bullied that guy off the app.
He
was
he
here
texted
yesterday.
me recently and he said he's studying. He's like in his studying phase.
Is DRV not still around? I swear to God, I saw him like
No,
yesterday.
dude,
He was on this panel
that live
yesterday.
was lit. I bullied that guy off the app for like a week. I swear to God.
I swear I just saw him yesterday.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
are you
kind of
talking
pops
about
in and
the-
around occasionally, but he's not like debating as much as he used to.
Well-
I guess he said he's taking some time away to go study up and learn and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna
that's
come
just
back like fucking.
that's
he's
just
gonna come back
because
like Ben.
I almost dropped all the recs that I have.
Did you just fucking summon Lit? Holy shit!
Oh god, I did.
Lit heard his
Lit,
name through the
what's up, man?
ethers.
Pensivin like y'all to me. This guy thinks that the response to the OQA is a queerness objection, like fully.
Yeah, well, that's true. Come on.
No, it's true. You guys did bully DRV. You guys bullied
The
him.
response to the open question argument is the queerness objection.
Well, you know what's
Lex
crazy
was
about that,
there
LARP?
for that, dude. Like that shit was so bad.
I
have
feel
that
as
on
though
notes.
there's been like a trend in this community, and it's kind
Lit
of been
heard
this
his fucking
cycle
ears
recently.
burning.
This cycle recently where you have like some random anime geek just pop out of nowhere, and they just get routinely bullied on every single live for like a month or like 2 months, and then they disappear for like another month. They come back worse somehow. I feel like this is exactly what Monkey Boy's path is going to be, right? Monkey Man, Michelin Man over here. He's basically going to get blown the fuck out on every single live that he joins. He's going to get his
Clearly,
confidence
bro
is
did
gonna,
not
like,
reject.
completely shatter.
Clearly, bro did not accept my
He's going to
apology.
come to a moment of realization that he's going to fuck. He's going to be like, oh shit, I have to go and read now. He's going to go read,
pissed.
come back, and he's going to be worse.
But wait, why
I'm
don't
gonna be
we
honest,
like
bro. I haven't read
embrace
much.
him
I've
and
actually gotten
build
most of
him
my
up?
information just from like
No,
hearing other people.
build him up for
actually-
what?
We can,
Dude, we could make
because
this
we're
guy
all in
the
this
next
together.
Logic, bro.
We're all in this together. Man.
Look, come on, guys. Look. Obviously, he irritated you, so if you teach him, he won't irritate you anymore.
Honestly, I don't think it's possible for this guy.
This is a
not
weird,
to be
a
irritated.
weird way for asking for amps. Yeah.
And also, possibly,
right.
it takes the conceivability account of modality. So he thinks if a scenario is conceivable, then it's possible. And then we also know that the S5 system combined with B5 is the correct modal logic axioms that accurately represent the metaphysical
Yeah.
modality. And
Yeah,
so
that's
then it
just
would just follow that
reflexive.
monkey boy.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Why am I being called Monkey Boy? Just want to.
Yeah,
be
that's
I
just
just wanna point out-
reflexive.
I just point out that neither of them can track who they're actually talking to. They think you're a different person.
I'm
and
not an
that's
atheist. Not sure why that's being, thrown in
Oh,
conversation.
actually,
Don't-
now that Lex
don't-
is here, I have a question for
don't
Lex.
slight
actually.
Monkey Boy.
What's
So,
up?
philosophical question. So, and I actually want to get Pippi's thoughts on this. You mentioned earlier that it's like a logical entailment for metaphysical physicalism being true, that it would entail mind physicalism, but I was kind of curious how you drew that. I think you responded to me. I didn't have enough time to check the response.
Well, yeah. So it's like, okay. So say you formulate the statement, all things are physical in some sense. Well, you just kind of formulate that as for any x, p of x, and then you take Now, the only way I can see it not being an entailment is if the term phenomenal consciousness does not refer or something. But the issue is that if it does refer, then if it does refer, then given the existence assumption in FOL from for any x, p of x, you can get p of c or whatever. And then it would turn out that phenomenal consciousness would be physical, and that's strictly entailed.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
We all agree that first personalism is true, though, right?
Yeah, but that leads to modal collapse, to be clear, so the view's false.
That's true.
Who gives a fuck about modal collapse?
That's right. Not David Lewis. Definitely not David.
That's right. I'm a Deluvian.
I'm a Deluvian, so I deny the dichotomy.
Yo,
we
Art,
take like a non-cognitive view,
what's
like
good?
alethically.
I fail to see the difference between like error theory or like maybe just like emotivism or something. Like,
Dude,
they don't
everyone
really
says
know.
this, dude.
And this is a learning moment. Wait, we're gonna teach
Exactly.
him. And we're
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
teach him.
So the difference.
Wait, just before you give the explanation, like, wait, just quickly, like, if you go onto Amazon, you can find an Anthology of Ethics Foundation. You should buy that if you want to learn the distinction.
I don't buy anything, but I just read papers on like Phil papers and SCP and stuff.
You don't read shit.
Well, actually, you shouldn't trust.
Okay, so what you're gonna want to do, right? So what you're
trying to be nice.
I'm
Let's
fully
talk
in on
about
this
it.
guy.
What papers have we
Okay,
read
so
yet?
so what you want to do,
Yeah, you
right,
go
is you want to
first, I
go
go
on
next.
YouTube, right? So what you want to do is you want to go on YouTube and you want to type in Trent Horn on the kind of search bar there, right?
Don't listen to what Lex is about to tell you.
Do not listen to this.
Hey, listen. I'm here to fully defend Trent Horn. Anyone has issues with me, you have to. I fucked it up.
Yeah, I have an issue with the equivalence principle he endorses.
The equivalence principle. Yeah, I mean, so what's going to be your issue with the equivalence principle, Mr.
Yeah, like
Larp?
if you look at the conversation he had with who was it?
Lochi doesn't even know.
Yeah, who was it?
Mr. Larp is already getting blown the fuck out.
Whatever. I don't remember who he had the conversation with, but
Yo, thanks for the gift,
he
yo.
endorsed
Yeah,
this
thanks
sort
for
of
the
equivalence
gifts.
principle where an entailment of his view was that if a woman was going to get an abortion, you're justified in taking using lethal force to stop her, or not lethal force, but whatever stops her from doing it.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Do you know who that was?
Yeah. That was
Was-
I think that was Monkey.
Yo, thanks for the gifts, yo.
Oh, Crummett, Dustin Crummett. There we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
It was Dustin Crummett.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Monkey,
Yeah, yeah.
did they tell you the difference though? Did we teach you? So we're gonna teach you.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
understand
yeah,
the difference between like any like subjectivist view compared to
Yeah, I'll explain it. So, okay, so error theory is the view. So we're just to get clear on the original thing. Error theory is the view that moral statements are strictly false, or substantive moral statements are strictly false, if you want to be general. And so to be clear, we're assigning a truth value to these statements. So, like, they're all propositions. Well, emotivism and stuff like that. That's the view that moral statements are not propositions. It's not that they're false. It's that they don't have a truth value.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have
it-
a truth
it
value.
isn't
They're not
applied.
true. They're
Isn't
not
that
true
like same
or
thing
false.
stated in error theory?
Like
though?
the syntax of like a moral
Yeah.
like statement doesn't take up that of a proposition. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's not-
like
it's not
blah blah blah.
propositional.
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know. That doesn't. I'll still just search it up.
Maybe you have to explain with example for this guy. Like, for example, like in the morning when you wake up and you kind of look in the mirror, you kind of drool, and you're like, no, right? When you do that,
No.
that's not going to be a proposition, right? It's not something that has a truth value, right?
oh, that actually got
Dude, Monkey, what did you do to this guy?
He is pissed.
Bro, I don't even know, bro. I mean, I'm not even trying to like.
No, it's because you apologize. Like you've made yourself a victim now. Like that's why you don't apologize.
I don't listen to Kian.
Never apologize to certain people, all right? And K is one of them, okay? He's just
Dude, I
like,
apologize
pride
to
is-
everybody, bro.
It's
That's
pride
what
is
you're
up
supposed
there.
to do, bro.
What's up?
Do the sophisticated expressivists deny that the correctness conditions can function as truth conditions? Do they deny that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What was the question?
Would you say error theory is the same view of like? Would you say it's similar to saying like you don't think, or like is there a view where you can say that there's nothing that's good or bad, or is that what error theory is? Yeah, nihilism.
Nihilists will say that there is no such thing as good and bad.
Yeah, error theory. So error theorists might think that there is.
Yeah, you're the person who actually told me something.
Yeah.
That's a fucking victory. Small victories, okay?
Enemies to
I mean,
lovers.
so like in the most
Okay,
general
buddy.
sense, error theorists can think that there's good and bad, but they don't want to say that good and bad are substantive properties, such that they can render
They don't bear
complex moral sentences true. So like,
Right.
so they might want to say that the statement "murder is wrong" is true just because it's like in the content of murder, wrongness, right? And so in that sense, they commit to wrongness or rightness, but they don't think that it can function as a truth maker.
Yeah, William Ford talks about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nietzsche actually talked about this.
Yeah, I just made that guy out, by the way. You agreed to someone who's made up.
Yeah, I mean, of course, right?
Wait, little do you know, Kian, that actually is philosopher. You're just not that then. That's the
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
That's
you
a
kind of struck gold intellectually there, you know.
I just picked out a random name in history. It just
That was kind
so
of a
happened.
Gettier problem, but with like an own. It was like a Gettier.
Yeah.
Was that a case of epistemic?
I mean, he has a paper with Stacey Warp, right?
Yo, Pippi, you still think trans women are women?
Yo, Monkey, do you know what the Frege-Geach problem is?
The embedding problem?
W knowledge. Let's go.
I actually just recently, I actually just looked at that recently. So I'm actually.
Wait, how do you feel about Gibbert's solution to it?
Who?
He likes it. He likes Alan Gibbert's
Wallahi, I
solution.
didn't hear you.
So you like it?
Wallahi.
I don't
respect
see a problem with it though. Like if you're subjectivist, I thought it mainly targets emotivism. I thought, or is that
Targets
just
non-cognitive. Any non-cognitive.
Non-cog.
Oh, okay, I don't
That's the
know.
point. Like, that's the point. You can't formalize it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's insane.
But
bro.
it's not a problem though, to be clear. For
Yeah.
it's
It's just kind of.
It's obviously been solved.
Well, it depends what you mean by problem, but.
You could say it kind of begs the question against non-cognitivism in a
agreed.
sense.
Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't beg the question.
It does on
because-
a certain formulation, I think.
Well, it doesn't beg the question. Well, it depends. So, like, if you think that part of the reason that we should have like moral statements or something, or the way we talk about moral statements, is to have them be formalized, then it doesn't really work. Like, you can definitely do like a Morian move there, and that's obviously not question begging.
Speaking of begging the question, all right, look, Kian, I have a question for you.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a great question. I mean, when somebody starts out with, this is, speaking about question begging, speaking about fallacies, Kian, I've got a question for you.
Oh no, me and Pippi had a conversation about this yesterday.
Yo,
I
Art,
have a
can
question.
someone reject fallacies?
Oh, don't ask him this, bro. Don't ask him this.
Obviously, people can reject. Like some people reject the naturalistic fallacy. I think, Katie, you reject it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can reject the naturalistic fallacy.
Yeah, but like there's a distinction in philosophy as well. Like typically it's like between like his Oort gap and the naturalistic fallacy, right? Like,
Look, I'm only gonna ask him the question. And I'll accept his answer and I'll move on. All right. I'm just curious. I just want to ask as many people this question as possible at this point because the responses I've gotten is actually funny. Look, Kian, somebody asked you the question of how many snow cones did you? Well, I was just asking how many snow cones did you eat today, Kian?
I've not eaten any.
Okay. Is that a loaded question?
Is that a loaded question? Yeah, it just depends on what you mean by loaded question. Like, and it depends on how. Like, okay, so it just like wholly depends.
Don't do it with him, Keaton. Don't. He's irrational. He's not irrational.
You're irrational, Pippi.
So speaking about question begging, Kian, can you please answer my question? Please?
Please, bro. I'm on my fucking knees. Please. Jesus.
Dude, imagine someone like asks you a question in a debate, and they say like you're question begging with a question or whatever, like some low tier shit, and then you're like, no, yes, I am question begging. Please answer, please. I'm begging
I
the
am
question.
question begging.
I'm on my knees.
I'm begging you.
The the goated strat is like any time anyone appeals to agnosticism or something.
Court, why would you
you're
say
just
that?
That's an appeal to ignorance.
Wait.
Oh, you don't know? You don't know, you
When will
ignorant
you
fuck?
stop?
That's not what I said, by the way. Court's lying in the
Wait,
comments.
what did
Kian,
you
what
say?
about Kian? What does it depend on? Holy shit, stutter.
It depends on what you like. Okay, this is going to be cringe, but it depends on what you mean by loaded question. Like, because if you think by loaded question, you're saying that there's like a false presumption under the view, then it might turn on how the agent intends the question. So,
No, that's
how
almost like
like-
what we told you, Art, right?
Blah, 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 blah.
It's almost like what
I
we
never
told you.
disagree. I never disagree with that. The disagreement that we actually, I'm not bringing it up. No, I'm not bringing it up.
Don't even do it to yourself.
I'm not bringing it up.
You
Don't
said
do
don't even do it to yourself.
We're not doing this in public. I got my answer though.
Wait, Kian, does the presumption have to be false though? I thought it just has to be a presumption.
again, it depends, but I think in academia it means when the presumption is false.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Yeah, it's
is Gibbard actually regarded as a type of sophisticated expressivists?
No, I did in the court. That's a lie.
Since
Yeah,
he's talking
you
about, yeah, he
I
would
mean,
be,
of
right?
course not, but William Ford is, right?
No, you're not a court.
Yeah, definitely.
And so is Stacey Warp.
Did you say William Ford?
And so is Stacey Warp. They have a paper together, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost said something, but it's too fucked up. I can't even say it.
You know it's bad when fucking K is like censoring himself. He's bullied a guy for like 2 hours, bro.
Monkey, what were you arguing with him about originally?
He wasn't arguing with him.
Oh.
I don't even remember. Shit was like an hour ago.
Are you, like, what kind of views do you hold? Do you hold views?
Agnostic.
can't hold-
on
you
religion.
can't hold views.
I'm a
Well,
physicalist.
views aren't,
I'm
yeah,
fine.
views aren't located or physical, right?
Yeah, you can't hold them. Dumbass.
Wait. Okay, so I just have a question for you, Monkey.
What's up?
Is it true that someone was thinking in Africa?
Is it true that someone was thinking in Africa?
Well, that depends
Yeah.
on how you feel about
Yeah.
racism.
Well,
right?
wait. So, just is it true that someone was thinking?
I would
in
say
Did
that's
Africa?
nobody
possible.
catch that?
Like, was that true, Monkey?
Glock.
Is
Is
it
that
true
true?
that someone? I don't even know. What you,
Yeah. Is
I
it true
haven't
that
seen
someone
Glock
was
ever since
thinking
he-
in Africa?
Just answer him. Like it's.
is
Don't
it
think
true
too
that
much
someone
about it.
is thinking in Africa? Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Wait, you take it that a non-physical activity is happening in a physical location? What?
it's got
You just got blown out, Monkey. Holy cow!
Well, that's question begging against a physicalist, right? So I mean,
Wh-
we'll just,
are you
we'll just
crazy?
sidestep that blunder.
You would say
Let's just
what?
sidestep that blunder.
yeah. Lex? What's your thoughts on like the meta error theory regress?
I don't take the view that I have thought. I think the term "I" attempts to refer to a set, but the set is empty. Right. So that's kind of a loaded question there.
Is that you saying that you're empty, bro? You're fucking empty inside, bro. Is this a cry for help?
This is a cry for help.
Yes.
This is a cry for help.
Of course. What?
The set of sadness is filled, bro.
Wait, Astro, what people typically take to be the objection is that they think many implies more than one. I don't think many implies more than one when it's an inquiry. That's the main case.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Kian's crying. He's very
Wait,
Fine.
wait.
Is that the same with multiple? Do you think that multiple refers to more than one?
Wait, sorry, Kian just didn't listen to the full. Could you repeat the question? Can you repeat what I said, Kian? Go ahead.
You said that.
No, now you're getting rhetorical.
You said
No, but-
many doesn't refer to multiple in terms of asking a question.
Yeah, if you're inquiring about something, I don't think many is referring to multiple.
What?
He thinks there are
'cause
special
it could
syntax
be,
rules.
It
when
could be.
comes to
It could be
questions.
zero.
Many could be zero.
Yeah, if you're asking a question.
Holy.
Like how I asked you
Don't-
how many.
don't-
I
don't
asked
do
you
it
how
again,
many.
bro.
I asked you how
Please.
many snow cones you ate, and
You
you
okay?
you said none.
Please
Yeah,
don't
but,
do it
but
again.
when I said that, like I'm saying that it's fault. Like I had none.
Wait, that's
yeah.
equivocating.
Exactly.
Wait, I see the issue. I see the issue. You're equivocating on the term many.
What?
That's
when,
right.
when is it changing?
Whenever I'm saying there's many of a thing, I'm saying there's a lot of them. Whenever I ask you how many of whatever, I'm asking like for some like unassigned value.
I thought equivocation only applied when you're using it you're using it two different ways in the same context.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not using it in no. I'm only giving the inquiry.
You said whenever you say many, Like you're not implying that there's a lot of them, or you're not implying that there's
In
more
the
than one
case
at
I'm
least.
using, I'm never using it in that way.
Well, because many on its own is like a term that refers to multiple things, but when
Yeah,
you
I
ask,
agree.
like when you ask how, that's an evaluative process. It's like saying like like much or something, like how much, right? So
Exactly, yeah.
that could refer to like any size.
Yeah, you're
Any
just
size.
equivocating because you're bad faith.
It's obviously not an equivocation.
You're
because
bad
nothing
faith.
used in the same context.
I told you you are. I
Wait,
told you,
wait,
dude.
wait. You are aware. Wait. Wait,
Yo,
you are
Pippy, do you hear
aware
me?
that the context doesn't have to be the same for it to be an equivocation?
I'm not aware of that.
Wait, you are aware that equivocating just means that you use the term in two different ways without making the distinction clear?
But I did make the distinction clear.
No, I did actually.
No, I did, dumbass.
No, if you kind of walk back
we
the
did.
conversation.
Rock,
We
paper, scissors. We're all friends here. What is this, communism?
Wait, how am I? Wait.
Yeah, that was a good
I'm
one.
walking
That was
as
a
I'm
good
Wait,
bitching
that
you right
was
now.
a
I'm
good
on a
one,
light
right?
stroll as I'm bitching you right.
Yo, Pippi, can I ask a question to you?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you accept intuitions as like probability raising?
Huh?
I don't know
Say
who's
again?
on like the highway.
Yeah,
You
sorry,
said
one dog on mute.
intuitions are probability
Oh,
raising?
okay. No, I was
When you
asking.
get hit by a car.
Do you take
probably-
it that
I don't-
intuitions give you probability raisins? Do you take that view?
Well, I'm asking. I was asking him.
Depends on the hypothesis or the domain or the discourse.
Do you think
In
it
some
could be?
cases, yeah.
Yeah, there's sort of
Yeah.
these domains and there's sort of these discourses, right? And it just kind of depends on which
Yeah.
one you're in, right?
It depends if you think sui generis
It depends.
properties are all right. It depends
Right,
on
right,
if
and
you
it,
think
and it
non-inferential
also,
is
and it
right.
also depends,
yeah.
and it also
Just depends.
depends on if you take the view that you can be justified non-inferentially, right? If you're sort of an inferentialist, then
Yeah.
you're kind of out of luck there, right?
I'm
Like,
kind of
Yeah, that's
skeptical of
true.
that, so I'm not sure.
Also,
Yeah, it also
what do you
depends
mean
upon
by
how you
inferential?
define intuition. Yeah, you need to depends
Well,
upon
some
that.
people
Yeah.
so
think that.
so
Are you pinching your nose or are
inferential.
you doing that normally?
So inferential just refers to the fact that you can build an inference in between the justifier and the thing that's being
Inference?
justified, right? And typically what it means is that one of them is a proposition and then
Don't
it's kind
ya
of
know?
inferring
I think you can
another
have an I think you
proposition.
can have an
Right,
inferential
but
intuition.
and non-inferentialist takes it that you can be justified by known propositions, right? Such as you having a seeming.
Well, you don't want to say
Yeah.
that, Monkey, because intuitions aren't the kind of thing that are inferentially justified, right? They're you might want to think they're givens, like they're things that come before.
That's a myth, by the way.
inferences. It's a myth, exactly.
That is a myth, yeah.
Exactly.
You
So
can
Lars taught
use-
me
You
that.
can use like past
They don't
patterns
know
and like
about that given. They
stuff
don't
that.
know about it.
Yeah, I'm sort of skeptical of the kind of given concept here, right?
If you
I'm
see
sort
like
of skeptical.
smoke, if you
Yeah,
see
we're
like
all
smoke,
very
I don't even
Yeah,
want to bring.
very.
I don't even want to bring the myth of the given onto this talk. People
I was
are
about to
just
say
gonna
that. I was about to say this is the
butcher
myth
the
of the
hell out of that
given.
shit.
We're actually all Pittsburgh scholars.
Yeah. Well, not Monkey here. I don't think he knows any of them.
Dude.
I mean, just wait until I reveal Sharon Street's view, right? Just wait until I
Yeah,
reveal that.
that's
Yo,
right.
Pippy, if you say that you see like smoke coming from a building and you like smell smoke, you could say like that would be like an inferential intuition to say like
You're not ready for Haley Building to prove you wrong.
No,
You're not ready
wait,
for
Sharon
that.
Street. Wait, Sharon Street is a real person this time. She's the person that came up with evolutionary debunking, bro. She's a real.
Yeah,
That's what you
brutal
do.
on Lexus Park.
That's the fucking plan, bro. You have
No,
to like
Haley
invent a
Building
bunch
is
of-
real. You don't remember
You have to
Haley
invent a
Building?
bunch.
Yeah,
You have
actually,
to
that's
invent a
brutal
bunch of
for you,
people
Keen, because Haley
and then say
Building's
real
actually
people.
true. That's actually a real
right.
person too.
Yeah, Haley Building. Actually, I read her paper on non-inferentialist justification just last week, right?
Just last week.
Yeah, but the thing you said, Monkey, the thing you
guys read?
you did there, like that was an inference. But so the inferentialist isn't going to disagree that you can do that, but they might disagree with something like if you say something like you have maybe a seeming and the seeming justifies something, they'll disagree with that because they don't think seemings are the type of things that can do justifying work because they're not the right type of item.
Yeah, they might.
Seeming is basically that's just using. I don't even know like the difference between that. Like seeming, because isn't that just saying like that's using inferential data to
No, you might think seemings come before inferences.
In the space of reason.
Yeah, it's not in the
Chungus.
it's not in the logical
Like-
space of reason. It's
like
not conceptually
science.
I think he
structured.
also doesn't understand. There's different views of what a seeming is. You understand that, right? You can think about seemings as beliefs. Some people think about them as evidence giving. Some think they're not. So there's going to be different views of what a seeming actually is.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
thinking
worry
about
about
the
it.
sort of
I think
humor.
intuitions are probability raising.
Yeah, and they're just
You say
these like
what?
sui generis
Intuitions?
mental properties, by
Yeah.
the way. Like that's what they
I
are.
think if someone
they're
says they have an
generous
intuition,
mental
that's why
properties.
they.
Do you think
hold to
intuitions are
it.
probably raising about like the real world?
Yeah.
No, about the fake world, bro.
Look, Kian's doing it. Kian, how about you? I'm just really waiting for him to get hit by a car. That's what I'm waiting for.
It feels like a fucking stand-up
That's
comedy
kinda
set,
crazy.
bro. It's just so dumb.
Guys, I take my perceptions to be probability raising, by the way.
Wait, you are aware for them to serve a probability raising role, you have to commit to a view known as anti-conceptualism, right? And so I just need an argument for that.
No.
No, in order to commit yourself to anti-intellect conceptualism, you have to admit to the view that you're anti-intellectual. I mean, I just need the argument.
Right, right, and the issue with that is right. So to think that intellectualism is a concept, you have to take a theory where where names refer it, right? And so I just need an argument for that as well.
Yo, Lex, what's your thoughts on
In order for
Take
you
the
to
standard
wait,
view.
but in order for you to get that sentence out, you had to stutter. So I'm gonna need the argument for that. So.
And for you to make fun of a stutter, you have to be ableist. So I just need an argument for that.
Well, I think you just presupposed humor realism. So I mean,
I think you paused in the middle of that sentence because you're scared, coward.
I'm at work, bro. I have to like keep it down now. I need to go. See you later, guys.
Take care, man.
Later, man.
Come on, my British friend.
I'm a
Yeah,
wage
Monkey.
slave, bro.
Monkey, you never want to be like these people. Okay, it loses you net shit. in life,
Monkey, I have
bro.
one more question for you before I leave.
Lex is pretty cool. Same for
Lex is
Pippi.
lovely.
Pippi's also pretty cool.
And
Oh, Pippi's base.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so let's just for a second imagine that I want to test a hypothesis, okay? And the hypothesis is that all ravens are black. So which out of these two options will count as evidence for my hypothesis? Option 1, I actually see a black raven. Option 2, I see a yellow pencil. Which one counts as evidence for the hypothesis?
And the hypothesis just being, I have terrible memory. It was just that okay, all ravens are black. Yeah, I think it would be the one that's empirically verified.
So
They're both
option A
very
or
good,
option B?
A.
Okay.
Bro.
Mr.
What?
LARP enthusiast, do you want to explain to him what the issue is with that response?
Was that having to do with the previous conversation or something?
No, I was just asking him a completely unrelated question about the Ravens paradox.
Oh.
Information.
Yeah. What did he say? What did he say? He said
that seeing a black raven did in fact confirm the hypothesis.
Yeah. The issue with that, Monkey, is that you can see an endless amount of black ravens, but that's never going to confirm the fact that all ravens are black, right? Because there could be one more raven that's not black. So no amount of black ravens is ever going to confirm the hypothesis.
Well, I was just going off probability. I wasn't going off certainty.
Yeah,
If he was asking out of certainty, then obviously no, that wouldn't affirm that.
I wasn't asking anything about certainty. I was asking about.
I think he's asking you, which raises the probability, but
exactly.
Yeah, you might think it doesn't even raise the probability, right? Because what's one more black raven going to do?
I would say that could raise it. I could definitely say you could give an argument for how that raises it. It would be like, you could say.
I know there's one black raven.
Yeah, but how does that increase the probability of all ravens being black?
Because I know there's one black raven.
You just use like an intuition for that. I mean, I'm sure you could format some way, but I think you could just say like, if you accept intuitions as probability raising, then it would be fine too. You know?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that just does not work. But
I think
I'm gonna hop
one
out
black
of here.
raven is black.
Thanks for having me up, Protect.
No problem. Come up again.
See, Kian right?
Press that like it was his live.
I was just drawing.
Come up again.
Hey guys.
Yeah, so
I'm
look,
wait.
we're all getting along, guys. We're all being kind to each other. We're all
Fuck
look
you,
at Lex. Look at all this good
Fuck
faith.
you.
Wait,
Look at all this
Lex,
good
real
faith.
quick, Lex, real quick. Good
What's
question,
up?
Lex. Yeah. You don't think it's a loaded question, right?
No.
Exactly. Thank you, Lex.
What was the question? Pimpy, you don't seem not to see any like
The
probability
question
ratings at all?
is the question is just that. Look, I asked you the question first. How many snow cones did you eat today, Sue?
6, 7.
Didn't
eat any.
You didn't eat any? Is that a loaded question?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, see? Okay, so Ian, Lex, and Sue said no. Pippy's dumbass said yes.
To be clear, I said I interpret it as a loaded question, but on reflection, given what you meant, it's not.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I mean, it's equivalent. Like it's
yeah.
equivalent to just me asking someone, "Hey, how's your day?"
No,
Exactly.
because I
I
interpret
agree.
the word many as being more than one, or being more than zero.
If you're saying if it's possible for it to be a loaded question, obviously.
I don't think it is.
Great.
Obviously, it's logically possible. Let's be honest.
think
I mean,
well,
if what it
I think the
means to be loaded is that it's like it's there's
There's
a
some
lot
assumption
of something
within it. Some
Well,
unjustified assumption within it.
By loaded, I think art means something like there's an assumption in the background that is at least questionable. Like you have a reason to question the assumption.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think that, but I don't even think there's an assumption in the background. I think the
It's
inquiry
logically possible that I ate a snow cone when I wasn't even aware.
Okay, but the
Someone, like, shoved it
logical
down my throat when I
possibility
was
doesn't
asleep.
matter.
Okay, but that's not what it's referring to though.
I think
We're not
yeah,
referring to,
I
like-
think the context would definitely make it loaded.
Yeah,
bro.
no, that's what I was saying. I was saying if you
In
just
what
randomly
context could
ask
the
me
question
that,
of
if you
in what
just randomly ask me that, I'm going to think you're thinking I at least ate one. Like you're kind of accusing me of eating a snow cone.
But I might have an assumption, but the question doesn't contain an assumption.
Well, you're aware, like it being loaded just depends on the speaker's intentions.
Yeah, that's what.
No, it's on what the question. It's on what the question contains. It's not. Oh, we're gonna get into it.
No, look,
see,
art
we have
takes a view where
we have to stop.
the
We have to
speaker's
stop.
intentions determine the meanings of the sentence, but not the meanings of the words.
We
So
have to
art
stop.
takes that kind of view.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
He's the first person in history to take that view, by the way.
You're right.
Yeah, I have a question for this LARP guy.
It's actually going to be Art Apologetics' first fucking theorem.
Let's go. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Ahmed? What's going on, dude?
This question
this
mental states.
No. Okay. Okay. It's about like something being probability raising. It's actually with the Ravens. Let's just say I like trap you in a room where there's like 100 Ravens.
No,
You
don't,
can't see them.
please.
you can't see you can't see all the Ravens. You see one, it's black, right? And I ask you the question: do you think all Ravens are black? Do you think you seeing that one Raven raises the possibility of the other Ravens being black by any chance?
Obviously, bro.
Do I think it
raises the probability?
Me seeing one Raven raises the probability of all Ravens being black? No.
No, all Ravens in this like given space.
Oh, in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the whole room?
You can see the whole room. You can see the room. You just can't see the other Ravens yet.
Oh, I can't see the other Raven. Do I think it? No, I don't think it raises the probability.
Oh, okay. Can I tell you my thought process on why it slightly does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like count each Raven as like I don't know, one. And each one has like the numerical value of one when it comes to the probability. So me seeing that one, kind of it's like removing 1 from 100 that equals like a 99 probability that isn't the case, and that's like my thought process when you ask.
So is the idea something like, okay, there's a bunch of Ravens in the dark, and there's 100 of them, and 100 of them could be white, and when I see one, now that increased the chances of that not
They're
happening.
albino Ravens.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that.
I guess if there's a sort of initial assumption that like some of the Ravens could be white, but that's not in there for me because, well, I'm not a zoologist, but I'm pretty sure no Raven actually is white. But if they are, then yeah, maybe that sort of story you told there is.
There's an albino Raven. That's cool as fuck.
The question itself seems to like miss a lot of things though, because it's not stipulating that like. Because I could say that I seen a black Raven previously, like 10 years ago or something. I saw another black Raven 10 years ago. Unless you're like saying specifically, because if that was the case, then
Wait,
yeah, you
my
could put it in like an
question-
inductive form and say That's
Wait,
like
my question
I
and Kay's question, because my
Wait, I
question
actually do
is
have
like
a.
very like there's a difference between my question and Kay's question. Like
Yeah.
Kay's question is kind of like very not necessarily vague, but mine has like extreme stipulations towards it because I
Yeah.
was confused about something.
Yeah.
It's like are you guys
Like
familiar
around
with like
like
the game
8:15.
show? Oh wait,
Eight.
Wait, I have two questions as well.
are you guys like familiar with the game show Hypothesis?
Yeah, the Monty, is it called the Monty Python?
Yeah, like if
8.
Yeah.
if yeah, Art, bro, please.
He
If
probably
like
doesn't
there's
know he's
three,
Canadian.
like if there's like 3 doors, right, and then I open one of the doors, the other door either holds a goat or a car.
Yeah.
Pick number one. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I guess that's my thought process when it comes to the Ravens.
Yeah, maybe it works in the example you gave because it seems like it changes. It seems like it changes the priors because when you ask me in the real world, it seems like a different hypothesis.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like
Yeah,
that's why there's-
maybe the
that's
story
a
you told in that
specific-
room. Yeah, maybe that does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's the difference between like my hypothesis in question versus K's hypothesis in question.
Aura.
Do you think if I showed you like 50% of the Ravens that would change your answer from all Ravens or something?
Yeah, maybe in that room, maybe if I have the sort of prior assumption that
That would be intuition based. Like if you knew if they told you that this is only 50% of the Ravens, then yeah, I'd be like, that's just going to be an intuition. Because the other 50, there wouldn't even be any probability raised from that. That would just be like, the other 50 could easily be an opposite color.
I mean,
But I don't know. That's just what I would say.
you might want to say that seeing one raven being black, like the first raven you ever see being black, like raises the probability of all ravens being black because you know that there's a non-zero probability now that all ravens are black or all ravens are black because at least one raven is black, but then like the rest of them don't.
Yeah, I agree
Black
with that.
for real? I thought they were like dark purple, bro.
You could say that the entity is black, like the person is black, and the raven's also black. So maybe they'll think that black is the only color that exists, and then they'll be like, okay, they're probably all ravens are black. And
I feel like that kind of like changes. That kind of changes like a lot of stipulations for Kay's question. To be honest,
I think Savs wanted to say something. I'm gonna end.
All right, what's up? Savs?
Yeah, first of all, like if
It's DRV.
like,
What's
for
up,
example,
DRV? What's
I'm
up,
not
bro?
DRV.
Oh, my bad, gang.
Yeah. If for example, in the first question, like in the conversations beforehand, you guys were talking about like, oh, how many gods are there? And then one of you says 2. For your question, like if a question like stipulates or like is loaded based upon you just asking how many, right? If beforehand, like one of you says there's like 2 gods, another one says there's 1 god, and then you go, how many gods died on the cross, right? It kind of like, I guess, it kind of presupposes that there is going to be a number, right? Because the context beforehand was if there is a god that exists to begin with.
Steph, you were there.
No, I wasn't. No, I was there. For,
You
like,
were
the
there
end
when
part
this
where you guys
convo
were
was
arguing.
had. You
I'm
were
just saying, like,
there.
the question could be loaded. I'm just saying the question could be loaded.
The question does not. I swear to God. Look. Wait. Look. Do you think that there's always an assumption when you ask someone a question?
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of assumptions when you ask somebody a question.
Exactly. It seems like there's a bunch of fucking like the fact that I'm asking something a question. Presumably, I'm assuming that the thing has the ability to fucking answer.
Well, I think the
So, like,
assumption in the question is going to be something that is probably true about whatever, like the interlocutor or something, or whatever the interlocutor believes.
What I disagree with is that loaded questions are things that are loaded from the person's, from the questioner. It's loaded from the question, not the questioner. It's not the intent of the questioner. Because I can ask you anything with the intent to load it, but that doesn't make it a loaded question.
Wait,
Like, if I asked you,
hold on. I probably would disagree with that because,
like if I asked you, what were you doing today? And like, let's say I think I want to get you in a trap. I really, really, really think you like did a drive-by or did a hit and run. And actually, what did you do today? And you say, oh, I fucking woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, yada, 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 yada. And up till this point,
It's not a loaded question, even though I really think and are assuming that you hit somebody. When I ask you this, the inquiry is, in the background inquiry is about you hitting somebody. The question's still not loaded.
I think it really depends on the context. Cause like imagine, you come home really late, and then your spouse asks you, who was the girl that you were with?
That's loaded.
That seems
Because that
that's
implies
loaded,
I was
right?
with the girl. Yeah, the question contains something. The question contains the assumption. But like, say she just asked me, what were you doing? Or who were you with? Who were you with also implies I was with somebody. But let's just say, what took you so long to get home? Right? Those questions aren't loaded. Even though the background could be I was cheating when she asked those questions, some of the questions that you lay out implicitly say I'm cheating. What girl were you with? Who were you with? I think who were you with doesn't say, but what girl were you with could also, like, those are who were you with and what girl were you with implies I was with somebody, right? But like, what were you doing or what took you so long to get home? Don't. Even though they all have the same background assumption.
Yeah, I think the distinction is like one implies uncertainty, the other kind of implies certainty.
Yeah,
I
think one is an inquiry, one is a pointed question.
But yeah, when you asked me like how many snow cones today, I don't take that to be loaded.
Yeah, it's obviously not loaded. Even if I thought you ate snow cones today, it's still not loaded because the inquiry is just that, an inquiry. It's not pointed at anything. And that was the
warmer.
I got real. I'm going around asking all the smart people I can about this question. So far, it's pretty actually even. Like, it seems like it's even. Pippi said no. Don said yes. No, Pippi said yes. Don said yes. Kian said no. I think Lex said no. Some other people said yes that I kind of value their opinion, so I'll include them. So it seems like this is actually a really divisive thing. Then it's like a small experiment that I'm doing. Now I gotta go ask Logic now or something. Actually, Logic's stupid. Speaking of that stupid person who just showed up, Logic, get up here.
That's hilarious.
Logic, get up here. I see you. We can all see you, buddy. Oh, this guy's chopped. This guy's chopped. Logic, you got 5 seconds.
Logic is a jit.
Logic is 16.
Oh,
crazy,
no.
right? Oh, Astro, I never answered your question. The assumption that people make, because I think the person who's being questioned is making the assumption, not the questioner. But the assumption people typically want to say that makes the thing people want to say that makes the loaded question is that when you say many, you're implying more than one, which is obviously false. In an inquiry, many obviously doesn't mean more than one. I don't even think it's probably very few cases where many could be more than one. So like, well, actually, no, I don't think there's any. I'm trying to think of any. I don't think there's any case where in an inquiry, many has to be more than one, like required to be more than one. Grammatically. I'm sorry, syntactically.
All right, I'm gonna end it. Definitely try this again tomorrow. You guys are definitely very intellectually intelligent, so I'm gonna.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna end. So thanks everybody for joining.